Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Up and over the music. Let me know.
woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man,
Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 655th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of red pill truth, wisdom, and awareness. It is Wednesday, August 5th of 2020. It is good to have you in today. We are streaming live to YouTube and, of course, Sharpe Stream, which is available to patrons only. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. And for those of you wondering where episode 633 through 654, they are on Patreon. I no longer, and you guys, and those of you guys watching this, I no longer stream my daily live show to YouTube. Every once in a while, I'll do a show like this when I get a video or when I get a topic that I think that a lot of people need to hear, that I think I can maybe keep YouTube friendly. But because I don't really have a filter, I do not have Joker-like abilities to filter myself, I have to do most of my live streams over on Sharpe Stream, which, of course, like I said, is for Patreon only. Patreons only. So if you want to watch the daily live stream, and this is Tuesday through Saturday, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time-ish, go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Again, that is patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. And you too will get all of those membership privileges. Shout out to my guys in the chat. I'm going to go to my Sharpe Stream first, and we'll get to the subject here. We'll get to the topic at hand here in just a minute, because this is absolutely... This is a good one, and I gotta tell you guys, one thing that I will admit is that this particular topic wasn't submitted by a listener of mine. I actually watched Joker's channel this morning. I watch Joker's channel every time I lift. Obviously, solid guy, rock solid content. I take a lot of his cues. He actually advised me on how to sort of stay ahead of the YouTube algorithm and maybe take advantage of it, and because of that, I had a lot of rapid growth last month, so big thanks and shout out goes to Joker. But I saw him break down this particular video on his channel. The difference is that he didn't play the video all the way through. He just sort of commented through it, and definitely go and check that out because he gives a lot of good commentary. Well, you guys know that your boy likes to play the videos. Yes, sir, I like to play the video, so we're going to break this bad boy down line by line, inch by inch, frame by frame. And this is listen. This is comedic tragedy. This girl is so miserable that at this point she almost has to joke about it so that she can sleep at night. At any rate, let me shout out my guys in Sharpe Stream. Demetrius Flag is in the house. Activity 19 is a newbie here, so big TSR welcome to Activity 19. Good to see you in here. The African Wolf, as always, is in the house. Good to see you in here. JB84. Who is really, really good with those crackhead gifs. I love the crackhead gifs. JB84 says, hashtag there's always one. The reason he said that is because the new bachelorette, Claire Crowley, apparently fell in love before the taping began. Translation, she started sleeping with one of the contestants and decided that he was large enough to stay with. Listen, guys, Claire Crowley is a 100% absolute dumpster fire wrapped in a train wreck. This does not surprise me. However, the new bachelorette is now Tayshia Adams, who is way hotter than Claire Crowley. Tayshia Adams is, I think she's definitely African American. I think her father is black, and I think her mother is like West Indian or something. Listen, don't quote me on that, but Tayshia is not a white girl. So for the first time in Bachelor and Bachelorette history, we have minorities. We got a brother and a sister as the leading man and the leading lady in absolutely the most popular dating show of all time. And let me adjust my camera here because I want to make sure that you guys can see all of this stuff. Let me move my camera over a little bit here. Just doing a little bit of in-show production here, guys. I've got all sorts of expensive techie type gadgets. I want to make sure that you guys get the absolute best experience possible. This is what to expect. And oh, by the way, for those of you who are watching on Sharpe Stream saying, man, Like, dude, the camera panning down, the introduction, the graphics, why don't we get that on Sharpe Stream? That stuff has actually been malfunctioning. I'm working on that as we speak. When I return from vacation, which, by the way, has been pushed back, I'm going on I was going to go on vacation from August 10th to August 20th. I'm now going to go on vacation from August the 17th-ish to August the 22nd-ish. So my vacation has been pushed back, not a problem. Listen, we will get to the topic at hand here very shortly. Let me address the people that pay the bills around here. King Sargon II, good to see you in here as well. Tom Brokaw said she, Claire Crowley, got wrapped up in the excitement of BLM. I bet she did. Listen, we talked about this on the 7 a while back. And we were like, listen, if there are any brothers out there who are looking to score with white girls / nobodies, whatever the case may be, now would be the time. You want to prove you're not racist, right? You're not a racist individual, right? Oh, no, I'm not racist. I love black people. Well, okay. Okay, listen, as nefarious as that may be, guess what? If you can score using the BLM movement, why not? I would absolutely 100% take advantage of that. Taj Sid is in the house. Ice Dragon Kid is in here. Absolutely. Talking about the Rush Hour series. Red Pill Mike, RPM, is in the house. If you guys are having trouble on the YouTube, side, just hit the refresh button. YouTube looks good on my end. So, but listen, if YouTube cuts us out, then guess what? Then I guess we're always going to be, you can always go to Sharpe Stream or patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Apollo says he cannot wait. Absolutely. Negative Zebra says Joker, solid PD, solid PG. Donovan, NSFW. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, on YouTube, you guys get caffeine-free diet Donovan. On Sharpe Stream, you get Donovan. Gloucester, welcome in. I appreciate you being in here. JB84 is double dipping in the chat. He is both on, actually, everybody's double dipping in the chat. Nate Dogg is in both chats. Technomage B5 is in the chat. JB84 is in the chat. CJ Mutter, haven't seen you in a good long while. Good to see you in here. Okay, let me quit running off at the mouth and get right to it. So, I'm on my spin bike, as I always do, to warm up for my workout. Had a good workout today, by the way. Very, very good workout. And I'm watching Joker's channel, and as usual, Joker is spitting that hot fire. And by the way, guys, I'm going to try my level best to make sure this stays up on YouTube. If YouTube does not monetize this, okay? If YouTube does not monetize this, in other words, if they do not give me the green $sign, I am not going to keep this up on YouTube. I don't know if I checked off the green $sign or not. I might. It's an automatic reflex for me not to. At any rate, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep this up on YouTube. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. What I'll do is I'll monetize this on the back end. I'll hit the monetization button on the back end, and if YouTube says, hey, yeah, we'll monetize it, then I'll keep it up. If not, I'm taking it down. Anyway, so Joker is talking about a video, a TED Talk that was given by a 31-year-old PhD in history. Her name is Erica Morin. And she is waxing poetic about how, I guess, comedically tragic it is that she is still single at the age of 31. And listen, to be quite honest with you, like when I watched the video, yeah, there were some comedic moments in there. She's kind of funny-ish in a make fun of myself because I'm a tragic failure type of way, right? Like maybe that's kind of what that is. I don't know. I can't really, I mean, did I chuckle every once in a while? Did I chuckle at this stuff? Yeah, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But whatever the case may be, like I said, it was kind of like a comedy and a tragedy. And one thing that popped out to me was that, or one thing that became apparent to me is that, yes, Miss Erica Morin is another woman who fell victim to the girl power movement lie. In other words, she bought into the myth that if you go to college, get a college degree, have all sorts of fun with all kinds of guys during your party years, don't commit, wait to get married, do all that good stuff, sow your wild oats or whatever, get it all out of your system, get the party years out of your system, get that degree, that there would be 100 Mr. Rights waiting for you on the other side. Well, here she is now at 31, which is really not that old compared to a lot of women who sort of come to this realization later on in life when it's too late. She's only 31 and she's already starting to see the writing on the wall. The main reason why Erica is single is obvious. I'm not going to say it. You guys will be able to see her on the screen, okay? Because if I say out loud why Erica is single, then guess what, guys? YouTube is going to absolutely demonetize this particular broadcast. And oh, by the way, guys, I will be opening up the phone lines a little bit later on. So definitely stay tuned for that. So like I said, what became evident to me was that Erica bought into the girl power movement lie, right? And what she is beginning to realize is that men don't really care about your education. Men don't care that you have a college degree. Men don't care how accomplished you are. No. Men care about a specific few things, or high value men care about a lot of specific things when it comes to finding a mate. And you guys are going to hear the dial tone here from Blog Talk Radio. Don't sweat that. I will be opening up the phone lines later, so don't worry about it. But again, the girl power movement lie that Erica bought into has cost her. It's cost her. Instead of spending all the time in the world, instead of spending that time wisely and making herself as marriable as humanly possible, she did quite literally the opposite without realizing that she was doing.
Press 1 to hear.
Your show is scheduled to start in 24 seconds.
She was doing quite literally the opposite. And girls always get bamboozled. Listen, and a lot of women are sort of coming to this realization. Some women are coming to the realization a little bit more.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. This is what happens when you forget one of the 324 steps when it comes to live broadcasting. It is what it is. Sue me. But what Erica didn't realize is that by going to college and pursuing a degree, a doctorate degree, she was lowering her marriage market value. I want to stay away from the S word, right? She's lowering her marriage market value. Now, her dating market value probably wasn't that high either, okay? But her going to college certainly didn't help, right? So let me quit running my mouth. Again, gentlemen, I am going to open up the phone lines a little bit later on. This is just an 11-minute video. It's not going to take long to get through this. I'm going to open up the phone lines. But before we do that, let us break this bad boy down, and away we go.
No, I'm just kidding. I won't do all the dances. I will spare you the torture. But as you get...
So you can already see. Let me just stop it right there, right? So you can already see the obvious reason as to why Dr. Erica Morin, or Moron, or whatever you want to call her, is single, right? She seems to weigh a little bit more than high-value men would like her to weigh in order to commit to her. That's the first thing that jumps out. The second thing that jumps out is her mannerisms. Erica is very, and again, I've just watched this for 3 seconds. Erica is very masculine in her mannerisms, right? She's hunching over. She's not very ladylike, right? She's not very ladylike when it comes to this stuff. So right off the bat, within the first second and a half, we can see a couple of very obvious reasons as to why Dr. Morin is single. Let's continue.
Guess from my introduction and by the lovely words of Miss Beyonce, I'm a single lady.
Here we go. Oh my goodness gracious. Again, guys, this is one of the many problems with today's women, is their role models are Beyonce and Taylor Swift and Kesha and Cardi B, Miley Cyrus. These are not women to aspire to, ladies. These women are leading you down the path of destruction. You want to know who your role model should be? Guess what? We're not going to know who they are because they should be out of sight, out of mind. Listen, I've said this a million times. What you have to understand, ladies, is that dating market value is much different from marriage market value. That's just all there is to it, man. Dude, that is absolutely all there is to it. And again, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways, ladies. You can't go to college and then you can't go to college, stuff your face full of ho-hos, and end up being built like Ray Lewis and expect to find a man of value. It's not going to happen.
No ring on this finger. So I'm 31 years old. I have my PhD in history. I would consider myself very successful in my career choice.
You know what? You want to know something, Dr. Moran? I would consider you also to be very successful in your field. I don't know many people who have a doctorate. I mean, listen, she has a PhD. I don't know anybody who has a PhD. So, congratulations, doctor. You are a PhD in history, as she will tell us later. Congratulations. But again, there is a price to be paid for success. And this is on the male and the female side. This is on the male side and the female side. You want to be the big shot CEO at a Fortune 500 company? Guess what? Your wife is probably having multiple affairs and your kids probably hate you. But guess what? Their college tuition is paid for. Okay? You have generational wealth. Your children's children will want for nothing. Listen, nothing comes free. Dr. Moran has a PhD. And listen, I'm not being facetious. I'm being for real. It's not easy to get a PhD. I talk all the time about how the 4-year college degree is fraudulent. And it is. This woman has a doctorate. That accomplishment is nothing to sneeze at. But again, there is a cost to everything, including, as it happens, a PhD.
I absolutely love my job. And I'm pretty much happy about everything.
Uh-oh. Did you hear how she qualified that? I love my job and I'm pretty much happy with everything. Already she's qualifying how she feels. I'm pretty much happy. Gentlemen, this is what happens when women try to make people think that they really are satisfied being single when they're not. They can't help but let that little nugget of truth slip in there. I'm happy pretty much about everything.
All the time.
Oh, all the time. Huh. Isn't that interesting? She's happy all the time.
But I'm not married.
Uh-oh.
I'm not engaged.
Uh-oh.
I'm not even close.
Think about what you just said there. I am pretty much happy about everything all the time. But I'm not married. I'm not engaged. I'm not even close. Now, it would be different. See, what she just told us right there, just by the order of the sentence, that even though I'm happy, I would still like to be married or engaged. She says, I'm pretty much happy about everything, but I'm not married or engaged. What that means is that you are not happy because you are not married or engaged. It would be different if she says, listen, I'm not married or engaged. I'm not even close to being married or engaged, but I'm pretty happy in my life. What she would be saying is, and she would be lying, but at least she would be saying, listen, I'm happy in my life despite the fact that I'm not married, engaged, or close. JB84 says on the YouTube side, pretty much happy equals I'm miserable. Absolutely. There's a little bit of womanese 101 back at you. Right? There's a little womanese 101 back at you. Women are definitive, okay? If a woman is happy, she will tell you that she's happy. If she's not happy, she'll tell you that she's happy, kind of, sort of. That's how that works. Come on. There we go.
So according to traditional gender norms,
Uh-oh.
I'm a failure.
According to traditional gender norms, I'm a failure. Remember that.
And I feel a lot of pressure to get married and settle down, and I want to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't she just say according to according to social gender norms, she's a failure? But then 3 seconds later, she turns around and says, yeah, but I want to be married. I want to have a family. I want to have kids. Women are always talking out of both sides of their mouth in this regard. They call this whole social, it's a social construct. Now, it is absolutely 100% true that not all women are designed to be in relationships or marriage. There are some women out there who genuinely do not want to ever be married. These women are few and far between, but these women are out there. There's no doubt about it. It's a very, very small percentage. But guys, biology is undefeated. Father Time is undefeated. Biology wins in the end, man. No matter how many times a woman tells you, well, I don't have to be in a relationship to be happy, it doesn't matter. A woman's end game is always a relationship. This woman just sat up here and said, I'm a doctor, I've got a PhD, and I've got friends, and I'm happy, blah, 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 except for the fact that I'm not married. I'm not engaged. I'm not even close. I'd like to be, but I'm not. But then she wants to turn around and say, well, according to the gender norm societies, no, listen, what these women have to understand is this. Gender, marriage is not a social construct. It is biology. It is in a woman's biological imperative to start and have a family. This is why these girl power movement activists are miserable, because the girl power manifesto teaches them to go against their biology. This is why these women are both confused and angry. They're like, girl power, girl power. But then they cry themselves to sleep at night into a glass of wine and a pint of vanilla ice cream, wondering, like, I thought following girl power, strong and independence, but why am I so miserable? Why do I have a drinking problem? Why am I depressed? Well, it's because your lifestyle, the lifestyle that you chose, the girl power movement advocacy, has taught you to go against your biology. That's why these women are miserable. And they're pretending not to know why, but every so often, you get someone up here that keeps it real.
I want to find someone who's right for me.
Uh-oh.
I want to find someone to share my life and love and experiences with. Eventually get married and pop out a few spawn.
See this? There we go. See that? So she's 31, she's single, she's miserable. Hey, I want to get married, or I want to have somebody to share adventures with, and eventually maybe get married and have a family. So even though she is still single and childless and alone, very not engaged at the age of 31, she is still wanting to wait. So she finds so she finds Mr. Right. She finds Mr. Right. She expects Mr. Right to wait around to marry her even after that. Guys, listen, again, this is why the girl power movement has absolutely, it's crippled women and it's crippled men. It has absolutely crippled relations here in America.
Typical. I'm not quite sure why it hasn't worked out for me yet.
I'm not quite sure why it hasn't worked out for me yet. Here we go. More feigning of ignorance. I'm not quite sure why it hasn't worked out for me yet. Again, I'm going to try to keep this YouTube friendly, but you can look at the screen and you can see why not. And listen, let's not make any mistake about it. I'm sure Dr. Moran here has probably had plenty of opportunities. I'm sure that there have been plenty of men in Erica's life who really wanted something serious with her. Regardless of your SMV, there are men out there who will absolutely wife you up and put a baby in you. They're not going to be the men you want, but it's better than nothing, at least I would think, right? So don't let Erica fool you into thinking that no one has ever wanted to commit to her. No, Erica. No. You've had a lot of men want to commit to you. You've had a lot of men want to take you seriously, but there are a couple of problems. Number one, you weren't ready because you were in your 20s. You thought you had time. Now you're 31. You realize you don't. And number two, you didn't want these men. Well, Donovan, that's not her fault. She should have standards. Absolutely. But guess what? If you want a good-looking guy, you got to be a good-looking girl. Well, Donovan, you can't help what you look like. Oh, yes, the hell you can. You see, listen, man, some girls are born beautiful. Some girls are born pretty. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Some girls are born, some girls not so much. Some girls didn't hit that genetic lottery. Some girls are born pretty ugly, pretty unattractive. But guess what? I'd rather be in a relationship with a butterface than a, how can I put this? Than a plus-sized girl with a pretty face. Let me say that again. I'd rather be with a butterface who has a smoking hot body than a plus-size girl with a, quote, pretty face. Every man would rather, listen, I don't want to hear it. Any red-blooded man the world over with a healthy sexual appetite would take a butterface with a smoking hot body over a plus-size girl with a pretty face. A huge shout out goes out to Red Pill Mike with the big $100 super chat. He says, when women ask other women for advice on how to deal with men, they get advice on how to deal with males instead. This is why women are getting it wrong in mass numbers and hate their lives. Stop asking other women for a better understanding of men. Truer words never spoken. Guys, I preach this all the time. Do not take relationship advice from women, even if you're a woman. And listen, and here's the thing, man. And bless their hearts. And listen, man, every woman that gives relationship advice isn't trying to lead you down like the wrong path, right? Like you have to understand that there are some women out there who really believe they're trying to help you. Our mothers, for example. Mom, why aren't women paying attention to me? Why am I getting played? Why did I get cheated on for the 15th time? Well, son, and mom really tries to help, but bless her heart, she keeps on setting him back. So you have to understand that there are some women out there that are not really going to try to lead you astray. With that said, they still can't help. Even when women try to help you, they still hurt you. They have the best intentions, no doubt about it. They really want to help you. Women are incapable of giving sound dating advice. All these female dating coaches that you guys see, especially on YouTube, all they're doing is telling you exactly what it is you want to do. That's all. Listen, that's all female dating coaches are. And same with guys. I will never understand. I will never understand why men take dating advice from women. They think to themselves, well, she has the female mind. Why shouldn't I take advice from her? I mean, why wouldn't a woman tell me exactly how to be attractive to women? You want to know why they don't? Is because in order to be attractive to women, in order to do what's really necessary, it takes some difficult conversations. It takes women admitting unflattering things about themselves, and women ain't here for that. Women want to come off as these heavenly moralistic creatures. They would like you to think that buying her flowers and taking her to the movies and treating her like a lady before she's earned it is the way to a woman's heart, because she wants you to think that she's already deserving of that, when clearly she is not. Let's continue.
Obviously, my educational and career choices have forced me to move around a little bit in the past few years.
See, there we go.
But even still, I'm fun.
See that? You see that? She just glossed over it. My career choice has caused me to move around, so she doesn't have any location stability. Gentlemen, this is important. Dude, a man doesn't want to date a woman if he doesn't know she's going to be there. If you don't have location stability, then what chance do you have of a relationship? And she just glossed over it. Well, yeah, okay, all right. You know, my career choice has made me move around, but still.
I'm charming.
She's fun. She's charming.
I'm not completely hideous.
Okay. She's fun, charming, and not completely hideous. And yes, guys, it does look like YouTube is having problems today. Would you like to know what's not having problems today? Is Sharpe Stream, which you can access on patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. And oh, by the way, the picture on Sharpe Stream, super duper crystal clean, clear, 1080p. Let them know in the chat, guys. Let them know in the chat. The stream on Sharpe Stream, much cleaner, much clearer than it ever is on YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. They've been very, very good to me, but if you don't want to deal with the YouTube problems, you need to go over to Patreon, or need to go over to Sharpe Stream, patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. Anyway.
I'm not high maintenance.
Right. Let me go back. So she says, I'm fun. Hold on, let me rewind that.
I'm not completely hideous.
See, wait, hold on.
Fun.
Hold on.
To move around a little bit in the past few years, but even still, I'm fun. I'm charming. I'm not completely hideous.
There we go. See? There's another apex inverse fallacy. I'm not completely hideous. Do you guys remember the video I did on Robin Korth? My Naked Truth? It was about a 59-year-old woman who went out, who spent a weekend with a 55-year-old man. And the intent was for them to become intimate with one another. And oh my goodness, I can't believe I haven't sworn. Have I sworn? Have I said a swear word yet today? I don't think I've sworn. I don't think I've said the euphemism word. I think I'm doing a real good job here, man. I'm doing a real good job, like, censoring myself. I'm very, very, like, I gave myself 5 minutes. Anyway. Wait a minute. I lost my train of thought. Hold on.
I'm fun. I'm charming.
Right. There we go. She's fun, she's charming, she's not completely hideous. Well, Robin Korth described herself. She said, well, I'm not as young as I used to be, right? My lady parts up top, my top lady parts, are not sagging to my navel. Okay, I understand that. Don't tell me what you're not. Tell me what you are. It's almost like a used car salesman, right? Does the car run? Well, it doesn't have an oil problem. Don't tell me what it doesn't have. Tell me what it has. So she's telling us I'm charming, I'm this, I'm that, not completely hideous. Translation. I'm hideous. Not completely, but she understands that she's not the best looking girl. But here's the problem. Here's where she's probably lying to herself. She could absolutely positively be with a high value man right now. She could. She's not. Listen, all she had to do was stay thin and stay in the gym. That's all she had to do. Dude, there are average to below average in the face looking girls. Smoking hot bodies can date anybody they want. Why? Because they're not lazy and they hit the gym. Right? So she can tell us, well, I'm not completely hideous. Yeah, you kind of are, actually. But that hideousness is under your control. You don't have, dude, on a scale of 1 to 10, this girl is probably a 3. Dude, she hits the gym? She can make herself a 6, 6.5 with makeup, right? Nope. Too lazy. Too busy moving around, too busy being, getting your PhD and all the rest of that stuff. Too busy doing all of that nonsense to hit the gym and get thin. That's what this takes, ladies. That's what this takes. Hang on a second.
I'm not completely hideous.
Yep, we heard that.
I'm not high maintenance.
This is so funny. I'm not high maintenance. I am not high maintenance. Are you serious? I'm not high maintenance is like a skinny dude telling everybody he has a six-pack. Yeah, I got a six-pack. Dude, of course you are. You're skinny. She says, well, I'm not high maintenance. Of course you're not high maintenance. You look like this. Girls who look like this are not high maintenance. Would you like to know why? Because they wouldn't get looks from anybody. Hot girls are high maintenance because they can be. Guys will put up with that. Girls, dude, listen. Men are not going to put up with a high maintenance girl who looks like that, and she knows it. So the fact that she lists this as a pro of hers shows us how delusional she is. Well, I'm not high maintenance. You couldn't be high maintenance if you wanted to be. Get out of here with that.
I love.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Definite G in the chat says, translation, I am completely hideous. And then he says 7 at best. Ooh. Definite G, you need to spend more time here at TSR Towers and raise your standards, fam. This girl is nowhere near a 7. This girl is a 2.5. She hits the gym, she can get to a 6. Maybe a 6.5. Not a 7. Maybe put on your TSR spectacles. Put on your TSR spectacles, take another look. Listen, I'm not trying to embarrass you. I'm just saying, raise your standards.
love cooking. I like watching sports. I like having sex. So,
Okay, so you like cooking and you like watching sports, and she likes to get busy. Again, all good things. All good things. Listen, she's charming. She's funny. She's educated. She likes watching sports. She likes to cook, obviously. She likes having bedroom fun, but she's still single. Ladies, you guys see cautionary tale after cautionary tale. Women who have it all, but they're still single. But they act confused. Ladies, you know they're not confused. You know exactly why they're single, and so do they. Don't let this woman fool you into thinking that she doesn't know why she's single. She doesn't know why she's single. She knows damn well why she's single. But to keep up the delusion, she did a TED Talk to make us think that she's just ignorant of this. Oh, no. Dr. Erica Morin is well aware of why she is single. She wants us to think she's not.
I've got a lot of pros in the minds of the male of our species, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, you do. You do have a lot of pros in the minds of the male species. But guess what? You don't have the one pro that most of the male species requires the most of. And that is physical attraction. Listen, I'm going to try not to be mean about it. I don't want to be mean about it. I'm just saying, physical attraction is the first thing we look for. If we don't want to get down with you, if we don't want to hook up with you, we ain't interested. Hot girls are useless. Why? Because they don't really have to be useful. Right? Girls who look like that, all kinds of skills. Dude, this girl's got a PhD, and real talk, that's actually quite a good accomplishment. Chick's got a PhD, knows how to cook, likes to watch sports, which is a requirement. Dude, not many girls out there have that combination. But this one's still single. Why? Because she's not physically attractive. This is the most important thing to me. Oh my God, you're shallow. Yeah, maybe. But that's what my Y chromosome tells me is necessary to procreate. This is evolution, guys. This is not a social construct. A man's physical attraction to a woman is directly correlated with her physical attractiveness. That's it. Big thanks goes out to Cryomancer with the $50 super chat. Says, dropping that truth, Donovan. Had to do it for the TSR team. Thank you guys very, very much for your generosity. Again, I'm going to open up the phones a little bit later on, so stay tuned for that.
I think I'm a pretty decent catch.
Oh, my God. It's going to take me an hour and a half to get through this. I think I'm a pretty decent catch. Erica, your opinion doesn't matter, sweetie. You think you're a pretty decent catch? Dude, no. That's not what matters. You can think you're a pretty decent catch all you want to. It doesn't matter. The dating market doesn't matter what kind of a catch you think you are. Your value, Dr. Morin, is not dictated by your PhD, not dictated by your doctorate. Your relationship value is not dictated by your love for sports or the fact that you like to cook. No. It's definitely not dictated by you. No, your value is determined by men. Listen, I can sit here and say that, oh my God, I'm Donovan Sharpe. I can have any woman I want to. Be honest with you, I'm a perfect 10. Get the hell out of here with that. I don't get to assign my own SMV. No, the market decides that. It's like a product. A person can say, dude, I have the greatest invention ever. I deserve $6,000 for this invention. Okay, that's the spirit. But if the market doesn't want to give you $6,000 for your invention, you ain't getting $6,000. It just doesn't work that way. You don't get to determine your product's value. Men, we don't get to determine our dating market value. Ladies, you don't get to determine it either. No, it is determined by the opposite sex. Ladies, your value is directly tied to the kind of men you can attract, period. I know you don't want it that way, but that's the truth.
And in terms of what I want for a guy, well, when I was young, I created a long...
Oh, my God. Hang on a second. I got to go turn down my AC because this is incredible. One thing that became clear, I've got this big hoss of a computer, the Apple Mac Pro. Yes, the big new one. Cost me $15,000, and thanks to you guys, I was able to buy it with one of my course launches, with Womanese 101. I was able to purchase this Apple Mac Pro. This thing puts out heat. Dude, I'm talking BTUs. Dude, it's like a furnace in here. And if my AC isn't at least 69, I'm already sweating. So let's go and take a look at this woman's list here, shall we? So when she was young, she wanted a man who was tall, handsome, smart, educated, athletic, outdoorsy, laid back, outgoing, honest, strong, good heart, sense of humor, hardworking, ambitious, sensitive, romantic, good listener, not a jerk, Yankees fan, likes hiking, political beliefs, wants a family, non-smoker, short hair, good income, has a boat, spousal hire potential. Oh, so she's looking for a come-up. She's looking for a guy that can hire her on to work where he's at. Why, so she can go and sleep with his boss and then get with him? Yeah, I don't think so. Good with computers, can fix cars. This is how unrealistic women are, guys. A man who's good with computers is almost never good with cars. If a man can fix cars, he's probably not good with computers, unless, of course, he probably has a basic working knowledge of computers. Jesus Christ. Able to build things, likes bad TV, knows plumbing, likes to cook, confident. Are you for real with this? And this is funny. I like the fact that she says, when I was young, as if to imply that this was a long time ago. Oh, no, sweetie. No. Nope. This was her list 2, maybe 3 years ago. This was her list when she was 27, 28 years old. Real talk, guys. Don't let her fool you into thinking that it was when she was 19. Oh, no. This was a list she created recently.
Long list
Has a boat? Who the hell's a boat?
of all the things that I wanted in my future husband. And there was all sorts of personal qualities and physical attributes and just general skills or possessions that I thought would be useful.
You know, it's funny. Do you see how she's sort of trying to comic her way through this? She's trying to sort of make light of her unrealistic list. No. We're not making light of this. This is how women really are, guys. This is what women really want. Dr. Miranda's up here making fun of herself because she now realizes how absolutely freaking silly that was. But instead of just owning it and saying, listen, man, that was kind of stupid. That was a little unrealistic. Based on what I look like, I had no business making a list like that. No, she's going to try to, make light of it. No. There's nothing funny about this. There is nothing funny about this. There are women who do not look as good as Dr. Moran who have lists longer than this. I kid you not, guys. I kid you not. You have women who have lower SMV than this woman on the screen right now who have lists longer than this.
Well, as I'm getting older,
Oh, look, things are disappearing.
this list
here we
keeps
go.
getting smaller and smaller.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing to go was all of those materialistic things. I didn't really care about those.
She didn't really care about those? No. The first things that went were materialistic things, not because you don't care about them anymore, but because you can no longer require them in a man. This is a woman's sad, sober, and very realistic reminder that Father Time is undefeated. She understands that the older I get, the shorter my list gets. And again, she's trying to make fun of herself in such a way that, oh, how silly of her. No. This isn't silly. This isn't funny. This is sad, guys. This is 100% sad.
The next thing to go was the skills. They would be useful,
See?
but I don't really need someone that's good at computers and cars and construction.
Yes, because that person doesn't exist. I mean, computers, cars, and construction. Maybe you get 2 out of 3, and maybe the second one he's proficient at. But computers, cars and construction, again, guys, this man does not exist. This man does not exist, but her list is out of this world. Even now. Let's look what's on her list now. Tall, smart, athletic, outdoorsy, laid back, honest, good heart. Her list is still unrealistic. Yeah, Devin in the chat says recycles. Yeah, what does that have to do with anything? Kyle 2020 in Sharpe Stream says this list is literally God. There you go. That's it. I remember when K. Michelle was doing that interview in Atlanta, sitting next to Derek Jackson, and Derek Jackson actually pulled her card. He says, well, what kind of man is right for you? She said, Jesus and Obama. Well, there you go. And Derek pulled her card. He's like, okay, well, then there you go. Well, listen, if you're looking for Jesus or Obama, it's going to be a long wait. By the way, I ain't got nothing against Derek Jackson. I'm going to be honest with you. If I looked as good as he did, I might be simping too. Have you guys seen the kind of car he drives? Have you seen his house? Listen, I'm just keeping it all the way real. Listen, I love helping men. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to tell you what. If I look like Derek Jackson, I'd be caping up for single moms too. Paid me $500,000 a month.
So as the list started to dwindle, the problem was I started to feel like I had given up some things that were really important.
Some things that were really important, like what?
And I was going to have to settle for somebody that wasn't going to make me happy and maybe wasn't going to treat me very well.
See, there we go. Who wasn't going to make me happy and maybe wasn't going to treat me well. Do you see how she split that up? I was probably going to have to settle with someone who wasn't going to make me very happy and wasn't going to treat me well. No, sweetie. No. You see, what you just admitted was that the man that you would have to settle with would not make you happy. And the reason why he would not make you happy is because he does not measure up to your standards. So to preemptively say, well, I didn't want that guy. I didn't want to sleep with the hot guy anyway. She says, well, he probably wouldn't have treated me well anyway. Even if I got this subpar guy who wouldn't have made me happy, I wouldn't have liked the way he treated me, so I didn't want to be with him anyway. Dude, women are so freakishly afraid of rejection that even in their imaginary rejections, even in their mythical thoughts, they still preempt it. Like curvy girls on Tinder, what's their first line of the profile? If you can't handle my curves, then you don't talk to me. Translation: I'm afraid to get rejected because of my size. That's all this was. She just did the same thing. Well, my list is small, but even if I had the list, I would have had to settle for a guy who wasn't really going to make me happy. She was honest there, but then she said, well, wait a minute. I don't want to be rejected by that. Oh, who probably wouldn't have treated me well. Probably wouldn't have treated me well in the first place. Get out of here with that. Shout out to Sight Beyond Sight with the $10 super chat. He says, she just described 10 men with that list. I'm going to tell you what, Sight Beyond Sight, I don't even know. Dude, there are not 10 men that measure up. There are not 10 men that measure up. I appreciate that super chat. Ignacio Talavera with the $5 super chat says, this woman is out of her mind. Even Jesus is wondering what the hell she's thinking. Yeah, right? Oh, yeah. Red Sings the Blue with the $5 super chat says, this is crazy. Coach Greg Adams and now Donovan with the stream. The male renaissance is happening in 2020. Great time to be alive. I appreciate that super chat very much, my friend. Let's continue.
So I backtracked, and I came up with most important things to me.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Okay, so I don't care
So
if it's superficial and shallow. I want somebody that's taller than me. I'm 5'10". I am not a small girl, all right? I don't want somebody that's going to make me feel any bigger than I already am.
Oh. Do you love the word sushi? Do you love the vernacular gymnastics? I'm 5'10". I'm a big girl. No, sweetie. No. You are not a big girl because you are 5'10". You're a big girl because you won't stop eating. Okay, listen. Whatever God you believe in, you were born to be 5'10". No question about that. But you want to know who else is 5'10"? How about supermodels? How about Giselle Bundchen? How about Tyra Banks? How about Heidi Klum? Supermodels have to be at least, I don't know what it is, 5'9", 5'10". So the fact that she conflates 5'10" with being a big, nope. False dichotomy there, sweetie. Don't even try it. Nope, no. You are not big because you are 5'10". You are big because you do not watch your diet and you don't exercise. So what she's trying to do here is she's trying to blame genetics. Well, I can't help the fact that I'm a big girl. Yes, you can. There are a lot of girls who are 5'10" that are not big girls, sweetie. You want to know what they all have in common? They hit the gym and they eat clean. Get out of here with that.
I want somebody that shares my political beliefs, which is not important at all to some people. But I've dated guys with different political commitments, and I've realized that I don't like to argue. And
Translation. I don't like for guys to prove me wrong. You should never argue with women, guys. You should never argue with women. Crispin J says, again, you require a height requirement. I require a weight and BMI requirement. Absolutely. Because, Crispin J, you are a high-value man. This woman, however, is not. This woman has no dating market value, yet she still wants a man who's 6 feet tall. And she justifies that with saying, I'm a big girl. No, sweetie, you're tall. You're tall. You are tall. You're not, well, you are big, but that's not the reason why. You being 5'10" is not the reason you're big, sweetie. Red Sings the Blues says, is she serious about making a list of demands? Oh, no. No woman over 300 pounds with kids and have ridden the CC should be making demands. You get what you deserve. The simp, you're welcome. Very well said. Red Sings the Blues. Let's continue.
Cannot be James Carville and Mary Madeline. I can't do it.
James Carville, political guy, looks like the Crypt Keeper with no hair.
I want somebody that's smart. I'm smart. And I want somebody I can talk to. They don't have to have a PhD necessarily, but they can't be threatened by mine.
Oh, my God. He doesn't have to have a PhD, but he can't be threatened with mine. See, this again is our women perpetuating this false narrative that men are intimidated by educated women. No, men are not intimidated by educated women. Men are repulsed with them. Educated women give men headaches because all you do is talk about your education. And again, man, I'm not being facetious. And listen, if Dr. Moran is watching this, I'm keeping it all the way real with you. Congratulations, man. Like, dude, getting a PhD, that is nothing to sneeze at. That is a hell of an accomplishment. It really, really is. But I'm here to tell you, sweetie, no man is intimidated or threatened by your PhD. Sweetie, you got a PhD in history. How is that going to, like, what's that? Dude, I don't even have a college degree. I've got a high school diploma. I don't have a college degree. I'm not threatened by her PhD. The fact that women, I don't understand. Listen, it has to be the girl power movement. I'm just going to say it. Men are not intimidated by your education, sweetheart. Well, then why won't men date me? Because you are effing insufferable because of it. That's why.
Basically just somebody that has the general sense of intellectual curiosity and a love for learning.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that sounds like she just basically read it off of a script. Those last 5 seconds weren't even... Listen, you can always tell when a woman's talking, whether it's really her thoughts or just something she wrote down that she thought sounded good.
Basically just somebody that has the general sense of intellectual curiosity and a love for learning.
That sounds like it's out of a course syllabus. Sounds like she's talking about whatever. Well, here's the course syllabus. You have to have a general love for learning and get out of here. Definite G with the $5 super chat and subsequent redemption says, when I said 7 at best, I was saying if she hit the gym, she would be a 7 at best, not now. I appreciate the rebuttal, Definite G. But this girl, if she hit the gym, would max out at a 6. But I appreciate you clarifying that. Appreciate you clarifying that. Blue Lion 7342 says she is a 2, but wants an Avenger, strength of a Hulk, body of Captain America, money of Stark, face of Thor, ruggedness of Hawkeye, and the D of Black Panther. Wow. Wakanda forever. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Devin in the chat says her voice says I like to argue. You can tell this chick likes to argue. Ay, ay, ay. Let's continue.
I need somebody that's ambitious.
I want somebody that's ambitious. Listen. I want somebody that's ambitious.
Hardworking. I can't respect you if you don't have goals.
I want somebody ambitious and hardworking. I can't respect you if you don't have goals. Translation. I want a man with money. Do you see how she took off all of these supposed superficial things and she said, well, I don't care about that stuff anymore, but you have to be ambitious and have goals. The only reason why women care about whether or not you have ambitions or goals is because ambitions and goals means that a man is money motivated, means that a man has potential. That's what that means. Well, what if, Dr. Moran, what if my ambitions were to be an independent video game manufacturer? Would you respect me then? What if my goal was to sell video games independently? Would you respect me then? Of course not. Because my goals are not in line with your financial standards. Women, I actually talked about this very briefly in Womanese 101. When a woman asks you, are you a morning person? Translation. Are you motivated? Are you driven? Do you have goals? Drive, motivation, and goals equals success. Success equals money. This woman doesn't give a damn about any man's ambitions. She wants to know if those ambitions have a potential to lead to money. That's all that is. Devin says, translation, she is alpha widowed. Devin, she has not been alpha widowed. Nope. I don't know any man who alpha widowed this broad.
And then, of course, the
We're going to open up the phone lines here in a few minutes. Just stay with me here.
general sense of humor, kind, honest, laid back, non-smoker, likes cats, etc.
Even then, dude, even then, still a few more on that list. You got finished with that, non-smoker likes cats, blah, blah, blah. Women, listen, again, women will never, ever lower their standards. And when a woman says, I will never lower my standards, what she is telling you is I will never stop being delusional about what I deserve. You don't determine, like I said, you don't determine your dating market value. You don't determine what guy you deserve. Now, you can play a role in that, right? If you want higher value men, you need to be a higher value female. No, that absolutely positively does not mean you need to get a PhD. Doesn't mean you have to have money. Myron Gaines, who just texted me, shout out to Myron Gaines, Unplug Fit, definitely subscribe to his YouTube channel, says this all the time. Listen, a billionaire will date a girl who works at Burger King if she's hot enough. We don't care about your accomplishments. We do not care. Do you look good? Are you obedient? Are you agreeable? Are you polite? Do you lie? That's about it. That's about it. She tries to sound all profound. Well, I can't respect you if you don't have goals. Sure you can. They just have to be the right kind of goals. Because I can promise you, if one of my goals was to come up with the next Apple Jacks cereal box, she wouldn't quite respect me as much.
So I don't think that this list is unreasonable.
Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think that this list is unreasonable. Again, I think I'm a great catch. I think I'm a decent catch. No. You don't determine whether or not your list is unreasonable. Your dating market value does. And men determine your dating market value. I don't think this list is unreasonable. Clearly it is, because you are still single. Jason Ho, got a cheek bite here, with the $5 super chat says, women with high degrees are pissed because after years of chasing something no one cares about, they're old and have to pay it all back on their own. Very well said, Mr. Home. Very well said, man. That's a shiv right there. Whew.
And yet, here I stand.
There you go.
Maybe.
See?
Single like a slice of Kraft.
No! How cute, how cute.
And what's worse is that everywhere I look in popular culture, especially in men's and women's magazines, I am bombarded by all sorts of messages pressuring me I need to get married and settle down.
Wait a minute. In all sorts of men's and women's magazines, pressuring her, telling her that she needs to get married and settle down. I'm sorry. I've never seen in Men's Fitness a column advising women to settle down early. I have never seen an article or a cover on Men's Health, Esquire, or GQ pressuring women to settle down and get married early. Maxim, I don't know, I guess girls read that too. Sports Illustrated, Hustler, Penthouse, Playboy. Again, this is more conversation filler, guys. This is what she said is simply not true. That's it. It's not true. Nobody's pressuring women to get married early. Where is she getting this from? Everything all around women. Tell a married to stave off marriage. Don't buy into the patriarchy. Marriage is legalized slavery. Don't be tied down. Don't be oppressed. Yet, here she is telling us that men's and women's magazines are pressuring her to settle down. No. You want to know what's pressuring her to settle down? It's biology. It's biology. Women can't figure out why they have this crushing, I feel all this pressure. Why do I feel pressure to get married? It's not because of the magazines. Oh no, that's because of biology. That's Mother Nature, sweetie. That is Mother Nature. Women have no idea why they feel this constant tug in the direction of marriage and children and monogamy. It's not magazines. It's not movies, because they're telling you to literally do the opposite. No, no. That is your 2X chromosomes. That is your biological imperative. Mother Nature.
And it's kind of interesting. I read through the female magazines, and they have articles about how to find true love, where to find a man, where's Mr. Right. The quizzes are always asking, why am I still single? Where's my crush?
Okay, why are you still single? Take a look in the mirror, doctor. Where's my crush? I don't know. Try again in about 40 to 50 pounds. Let's just keep it real.
Meanwhile, the men's mag...
Some guy on the Sharpe stream side, he says the name of the magazine is Playboy. It is literally saying, don't get married in the name. Love it.
Magazines are touting singlehood and bachelor life. There's actually advice about how to avoid commitment.
Gee, I wonder why. This woman is confused as to why men's magazines, and we'll get to the other fallacy here in a second. She's confused as to why men's magazines are advising men why to stay away from marriage. But let's go back. So you mean to tell me that these men's magazines that she claimed is pressuring women to get married and settle down young, but in the same magazine telling men how to break up with her? Again, that's not true. What she just uttered there was a falsehood. Men's magazines are not advising women to get married young. What you just said, Dr. Moren, was false. It was wrong, was incorrect. Now, the reason why these men's magazines advise men not to get married is because these men's magazines are starting to figure it out. They understand that the Playboy lifestyle is better than the ball and chain. They understand that a man being a hustler is a real way to make money. They get that. They get that. Again, listen, ladies, you brought this on yourselves, man. The girl power movement is responsible for this. If there weren't so many girl power movement advocates, then men's magazines wouldn't be telling guys, stay the hell away from marriage. If not for the girl power movement activism, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be, dude, who knows what the hell I'd be. I'd probably be driving a forklift in Port St. Lucie somewhere. I don't know. No, don't try to put your bad decisions off on something else. I am not trying to hear that. Not trying to hear that.
How to avoid marriage. How to dump your girlfriend.
Look how shocked
I'm
she
sitting
is.
here crying in my wine, taking a quiz over why he doesn't like me, and this is what the men's magazines are saying?
Dev, if you're watching, would you do me a favor? The camera is not turned towards the door. Please bring me a cold lime Perrier, please. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. I am out and I am thirsty. No, not that kind of thirsty. Appreciate that.
Not to mention the endless assault of cliche questions I get from everybody in my life.
Here we go.
BuzzFeed came out with this list a few months ago in August, and it's 24 things single people are tired of hearing.
24 things single people are tired of hearing. Does anybody know what's wrong with that theme? Does anyone know why the very theme of this article is a lie? I know you guys are a little bit behind on the Sharpe stream side. Can anybody in YouTube land tell me why 24 things single people are tired of hearing? Can anybody tell me what the fallacy is in the title? King Life, while I'm waiting, King Life with the $10 super chat says high value for men and women are different. A hard-working man with game that enjoys the fruit of his labor. A respectful woman who does for the man she is with. Thank you. She is submissive, cooks and cleans, and brings her podcasting boyfriend cold drinks when he asks for it. That's how it works. Very well said. I appreciate the super chat. Uncomfortable truth. Welcome to chat privileges. Welcome to chat privileges. Uncomfortable truth. You may as well have saved the dude. Uncomfortable truth for $1 more. You can become a patron. You can chat all the time, but I appreciate it anyway. I appreciate it anyway. Can anybody tell me? There it is. There it is. There it is. You guys are already nailing it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Cherhawk says more like single women. JB84 says it's women and not people. 100%. 24 things single people are tired of hearing. Now listen to some of the things she lists off. And we are going to check these off one by one. Here we go.
And boy, it is spot on.
And the reason why it's spot on is because it's not the people they're talking about.
So, for example, how are you still single? You're so great.
Do men get asked that question? Do your homeboys ask you, why are you still single? You are awesome. No, they don't ask that question because if he is awesome, he's definitely going to be single.
I know, right? Don't you ever get lonely? Don't you want kids? Yeah, duh.
Men never get asked. Single men never get asked, don't you get lonely? Don't you want kids? No, we're never asked that. We're shamed in that way. You're going to be lonely. You need kids. You don't want to die alone. Sweetie, I was born alone, and I'm going to die alone. Like, men, we understand that very, very clearly. Nice try.
Obviously. You should try online dating. That's my favorite.
The only kind of online dating advice that men get that's actually effective are from MLD and Myron Gaines. That's it. You can't, just try online dating. No, doesn't happen. These are all questions for women.
I'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry, you'll find someone. Just don't turn into a crazy cat lady.
Do men get told don't turn into a crazy cat lady? Like, again, guys, the list goes on, but these articles always attempt to do this. Anytime, like they'll do articles or statistics on single parents, right? They'll say 50% or 70% of single parent households, the girls end up being hyper promiscuous and the boys end up with criminal proclivities. No. They're grouping in the men with the women. How about dividing the genders like they try to do with everything else? Anytime there is a statistic that makes women look bad, that puts them in an unflattering light, they always say people, parents. It's never women. 24 things single people are tired of hearing means 24 things single women are tired of hearing.
Too late on that one. You should let me set you up. Hell no. And then
Because that's a question that single guys get asked all the time. Let me set you up.
And of course, don't give up, it'll happen. And then when you stop looking, it'll happen.
Oh my God. Do men ever get told, don't give up? It'll happen? When you stop looking, it will happen. And oh, by the way, this woman is talking about love. She's talking about a relationship. Now, as far as sausage is concerned, listen, as low an SMV as this woman has, she gets sausage thrown at her all the time. She absolutely gets sausage thrown at her all the time. Make no mistake. And yes, the phone lines are open, 914-205-5356. That's the number to call. This woman wants a relationship. Sausage doesn't mean anything to her. She's had plenty of sausage. She gets sausage thrown at her all day, every day. No, it's the relationships she wants.
Which one is it? And my absolute favorite, you should put yourself out there more.
Oh, good God.
All right, listen. Just listen. I'm out there, all right? I'm trying.
See, now she's about to let us know just how thirsty she is.
You know, I'm not going to the bar. I'm not, on the prowl.
Devin, with a very good comment here in the chat, says, why hell no to the setting up? Most good relationships come from couples who meet mutual friends. That's actually kind of true.
I'm a little too close to cougar status right now.
Oh my God.
But
Cougar status? What are we doing? Sweetie, you're only 31 years old. You know why she called it cougar status? Because cougars are assumed to be attractive. Attractive, Dr. Marin is not.
I'm keeping my eyes and my mind and my heart open. And I have tried online dating. And I've met some really great guys on there. But overall, my experience has been horrible.
Well, wait a minute. Well, hold on. Let's rewind.
I have tried online dating.
Uh-huh.
And I've met some really great guys on there. But overall, my experience has been horrible.
Okay. See, again, there goes the qualification. I've tried online dating before, and I've met some really great guys on there. But overall, my experience has been horrible. But overall, my experience has been horrible doesn't mean that every experience was horrible. That's the first thing. She says, I met a lot of great guys on there. What happened to those great guys, Erica? What happened to those great guys? You see, this is where women make excuses for themselves. He's too this, he's too that, he doesn't make enough money, blah, 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 blah. There were probably some guys on there. There were probably some guys that Erica went out with where she was probably punching above her weight for a little while. Real talk. Listen, man, most guys probably more attractive than her, relatively speaking, in the SMV. Right? But she wants us to think that her online dating experience was one horrible failure after another. That the whole thing was just one giant crap show. No. You messed around, you had a few good guys on there, and for whatever reason, you jacked up the relationship. He wasn't good enough, or you sabotaged the relationship, or you let your friends talk you into thinking you can do better than him, girl. You can do much better than him.
I don't know how well Martha has done, but more often than not, my suitors involve weird encounters.
Oh, this is funny. So we got a blob on the left, a really, really fat guy. Then we got a weirdo in the middle, and then we got some ripped, hulking guy. This guy didn't swipe right for Erica. Like, quit friend, doctor. Like seriously. Like for serious. Like that guy didn't swipe right for you. Maybe that guy did. Maybe that guy did. That guy did not. Like, get out of here with that.
All sorts of insults to my looks and my education and my taste in movies and music.
Now she's lying. So these guys swipe right on you, and out of nowhere, they just started insulting you on your looks and your taste in movies. Your taste in movies suck. Who the hell says that? Again, every time girls tell stories about their dating failures, they always lie. They'll give you a little bit of truth, but it's mostly lies. Why is it that you're still single, Erica? Because I get these D-bags who make fun of my taste in movies. That's not it. And you know that's not it.
Etc. And more than once, a circa like 5'4", 300-pound dude hitting on me, which looks aren't everything. And I applaud your confidence, buddy. But really, come on.
Hit the wrong one there. So now she's talking trash about a fat, ugly guy shooting his shot at her. And what did she say? Listen, looks aren't everything, and I appreciate your confidence, buddy. But come on. As if to imply that she deserves more than a guy who's 5'4", 300 pounds. What this heifer doesn't understand is that she is that 300-pound guy who hollers at girls like her. This is the problem. She doesn't understand that her sexual market value is not in line with her expectations. She still believes that she can have all those guys on the list. She has no idea that the only men who will try to shoot their shot are guys that are 5'4", 300 pounds. So much so, she's like, listen, I appreciate your confidence, buddy, but come on, this is me. This is how delusional girls are, man.
And then, of course, the typos. Good God, the typos. The very first thing it said on my profile was, I have a PhD. And yet, hey, girl, you fin.
See that? The very first thing on her profile, I have a PhD. But then she wonders why guys don't want to talk about that. It's because guys don't give a damn about your PhD, Erica! That's the problem! This is the problem. These girls act like having a PhD makes them look like a 10. Doesn't work that way. I don't want to sleep with your college degree. I don't want to be intimate with your education. I don't want to get busy with your doctorate. Listen, I'm glad that you have it and all, buddy, but that's not what moves the needle with guys. The first line in her bio is, I have a PhD, and she wonders why she got matches like the one she showed. Oh, you guys got that Soulja Boy, right?
So,
Unbelievable.
Yeah, translation. Hey, girl, you fine. How about you hit me up and get with me? Hey, right?
Okay. He never said that she was fine. I don't buy that for 1 second.
I didn't reply.
See that? Even when somebody shoots their shot at her, I didn't reply. And everyone's laughing. Oh, don't you idiots get it? This is why she's still single. This is why she's still single, because she thinks she deserves more than she does. She thinks her PhD makes her entitled to men with PhDs. Oh. She's about to have a rude awakening. She hasn't had it yet because she's only 31. Give it a couple of years.
And then we have, oh, here we go. Finally. Okay, so I think I'm a decent catch.
There she goes again. I think I'm a decent catch. Erica, it doesn't matter what you think. It matters what men think. Listen, that's the only opinion that matters, is the opinion of men, not your own.
I think I'm realistic.
I think I'm realistic. Again, just because you think you're realistic doesn't mean you're realistic. You clearly are not realistic.
And I'm out there trying.
Now that I agree with. She's definitely out there trying.
So I have a few words of advice.
Here we go.
For everybody that wants to butt their noses in.
Yeah, I see you guys on the phone lines. I'm going to get you guys here very, very shortly. This is almost over. Hang tight.
And give me some information to help this poor, tragic single girl. When you feel that word vomit bubbling up, when you feel that, well, are you seeing someone? Just consider this list first, okay? So here we go. Number 1.
Real quick, shout out. Big thanks goes out to Brian Burton with the $10 super chat. Says, so now after sleeping around all through her 20s, she's wondering why she's single. Yeah,
Don't ask me about my love life.
Oh, God.
If I have something to tell you, if I have some great news, if I've met someone that merits discussion, I'll tell you. Until then, there's only one correct answer to this question. And when I give the wrong answer, it just leads to disappointment and awkward feelings for both of us.
Let's go back to her number one. Don't ask me about my love life. This is literally the same thing as the false axiom, never ask a woman her age. Why is that a false axiom? Well, because the reason why they say you should never ask a woman her age is because if you do ask a woman her age, she might have to tell you. Well, why is that so bad, Donovan? The number's too high. The number's too high. She's too old. Dude, you ask a 21-year-old how old she is, she will gleefully tap 21. Ha ha ha. Listen, ask me, dude, 21, hot 21, 19, 21-year-old girls. No, dude, they will tell you with glee. Their boobs bouncing, their perkiness and everything. Oh, yeah, I'm 21, 19, 23. You can ask a woman's age then. Well, why can't you ask a woman's age when she's in her 30s? Because she has to admit to you that Father Time is now collecting his debt for having given her absolute power over men for the better part of a decade plus. That's why they say you should never ask a woman her age. The reason why she doesn't want people to ask about her love life is because her love life is not existent. Now, if she were in and out of relationships all the time, bed hopping, oh yeah, ask me about my love life. It's exciting, it's fun. But the reason she doesn't want people to ask about her love life is because she does not have one to speak of. Big thanks goes out to Eugene Morgan. If the guy is a 10, it won't matter what his opening line is. No, you're wrong, Eugene. You're wrong. It absolutely matters what his opening. See, a lot of you guys have to understand is that just because a guy is hot doesn't mean girls just automatically fall all over him. Now, if a guy is really attractive, if he's hot, yes, that certainly gives him more opportunities with women. Okay? But just because a guy is really, really good looking does not mean that he's really, really good with women. There are rich men, there are men with Lamborghinis, boats, ask Myron Gaines. These guys have all kinds of money and this and that and the other. Girls are still running around on them. Why? Because they don't know how to handle women. Yes, having an elite physique, having good looks helps. But that doesn't mean anything if you can't handle women. You can't be good looking, just walk up to girls and expect them to drop their panties. It doesn't work that way. So be very careful about buying into the mentality that looks and money and status is all you need. Looks, money, and status will absolutely get you more opportunities with women. That doesn't mean that it helps you have more success with them. You must understand how to handle women. Otherwise, looks, money, and status doesn't mean jack.
So don't ask me about my love life.
See?
Number 2, it's not contagious. I don't get why married people think they only can hang out with married people.
What?
Please don't cut me out of your life because I don't have a spouse.
Okay, there is a crimson capsule answer, and there is a sky blue tablet answer for this. A periwinkle tablet for this. On the periwinkle tablet side, the typical clueless American couple, they don't stay friends with their single friends because they don't have anything in common with them anymore. Their single friends are going out to parties and mixers and vacations and spring breaks in Cabo. Dude, they're going to baseball. Dude, they're going to soccer practice, baseball practice, tuba lessons. Like your single friends are eating chicken cordon bleu. Married people eat chicken fingers. You guys are going to Cabo, you guys are going to Panama City. You're showing your kid a map of Panama. Like, dude, married life and single life, two very, very different things. That's the mainstream answer. The crimson capsule answer in terms of why married couples, a married 5%er, and I'm trying to stay away from certain vernacular. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, but the vernacular is, if I can get the screen, right there. On the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, that little thing right there, rotating fancily, in relationships like that, the reason why men like myself do not commit to women who remain friends with their single friends is because those single friends will negatively influence your woman. Girls are always disingenuous about, well, if he isolates you from friends and family, then he's toxic and this and that and the other. Number one, a man would never, ever isolate a woman from her family. He would never, ever do that. That's her freaking family. Number two, if a man like myself who has my level of awareness sees that she has promiscuous friends, if I see that she has friends that like bananas, sausages, cucumbers, eggplants, things of that nature, I'm going to let her know, hey, listen, you can either be friends with her or you can be in a relationship with me, but it's not going to be both. Oh my God, you just gave me an ultimatum. I did not give you an ultimatum. I gave you a choice. I did not hold a gun to your head. I said that you can either have a relationship with your friend, with your sausage collecting friend, or you can be in a relationship with me, but you're not going to have both. Women only characterize choices as ultimatums when they don't like their choices. This is how you handle a woman. If she is doing or acting in a way that you don't like, you let her know. You can either engage in this behavior or you can be in a relationship with me, but you can't do both. At that point, she has a choice to make. She can either continue to engage in the behavior or she can be in a relationship with you. This is how you very quickly eliminate bad behavior, number one. And number two, you find out how much a girl really likes you. Oh my God, Sarah is just head over heels in love with me. Yeah, but her banana gobbling friend, Samantha, has dudes over every night and is always urging you to come over, right? You don't want her to be friends with that banana gobbling friend. So you tell her you can either be friends with Samantha or you can be in a relationship with me. But you can't have both. This is why, this is the crimson capsule answer as to why married people cannot have single friends. That's it.
I'm not terminally ill. It's not contagious.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Being single as a female is absolutely contagious. Because, listen, women who are single are contagious to women in happy relationships. Look, this is how it works. And again, men don't know that they know this stuff. They just don't. But there are certain friends that he does not like his woman having. And he has no idea why. It's because she's a banana gobbler. That's why. Your instincts are telling you to sever that connection. It's not contagious. Get out of here with that.
We can still be friends.
Yes, you can still be friends. But choices have consequences. If you want to be friends with her, be friends with her. But you're not going to be in a relationship with me.
Stop the pity party. Oh, if I get one more sympathetic head tip.
Okay, now it's just a bunch of nonsense, hooey. Her basically feeling sorry for herself. In the end, she says, I know what's going to happen for me, and it's really more of a wish, more hopeful that I'm like, well, I hope it, no, it's not going to happen for you, sweetie. It is already too late. Pimped Out Geese with the $10 super chat says, showing love and support to my favorite RP content provider. Congrats to your success. Next time, better share that steak, bro. Yeah. I had a pretty sizable steak and lobster dinner last night. It was very, very good. Had a bottle of Dom Perignon. Not something I do normally, but I decided to spoil myself. Let's go to the phone lines. 914-205-5356. Let us go to, looks like you're calling from overseas, caller. Looks like your number ends in 0452. You're on live with Donovan.
Hi, Donovan. It's MT2 here.
Hey, MT2, what's going on, man? Been a while.
Man, it's been good. Our schedules have been, like, really messed up because, like, where I'm at now is, like, 3 in the morning now. So I've been waiting to tune into a live show to talk to you.
Good stuff, man. So what's going on?
Yeah.
So you're 21 years old by now, right?
So 21, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so, man, I'm really fucking frustrated that dinosaurs like this one can go to TED Talk and, like, talk about their fucking problems. Like, where I'm at, this chick wouldn't even be looked at in the street. Like, she's goddamn pretentious. And I think, you know, I'm only 21. I'm a young guy, right? Yeah. I think I cracked the fucking code.
Okay.
Women ask too many subjective things of men,
Yeah.
while we, on the other hand, ask a few objective
That's
things,
right.
and that's why we are generally happier. Like shit, when I ask my girl, "Are you beautiful or ugly?" She's beautiful. Do you know how to cook? She knows. You either know or you don't.
That's
It's
right.
fucking easy. But like, think about this. Take this woman, right? She's 5'10". If a guy would be 5'10" and a half, would you really be happy that he's taller than her? Is that an objective thing? No, it's not. And goes with everything, like 90% of the list that she said.
Wow. MT2
Second of
out
all,
here dropping
I
some
wanted
knowledge.
Thank you, man. Second of all, she's talking about Tinder experiences. For fuck's sake, Donovan, I'm in Romania. It's an Eastern European country. In my country, women that go on Tinder are considered whores, and actually,
Wow.
they are viewed as lower than whores because whores in our country are, one, beautiful, and two, take money for their service. Those bitches are
Wow.
out here fucking for free. Like shit.
Wow. Holy smokes,
Donovan,
man.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Our girls, 16, 17, 18, they're getting smart.
Oh,
They're not
wow.
going on Tinder. Because
Good.
they're beautiful as fuck, you know?
Good,
They're trying to preserve themselves for a good guy.
Why do you think that
Like-
is? Why do you think that is? See, you're in Romania, right? 16, 17-year-old
Yeah.
girls in the United States, in the UK, in Australia, other Western countries, they can't wait to jump on the carousel. So what is happening in Romania that is causing 16 and 17-year-old girls to stay away from dating apps?
I mean, it's partly because we're a heavily Christian country, you know.
Okay.
We have people still believing in God, and we still have, and second of all, it's pretty patriarchal out here. Like, and third of all, girls are fucking smart. They know that pussy, like, that stales after like 20 cocks is worthless, you know.
That's how it goes, brother.
So, I mean, really. And I mean, third of all, I just wanted to tell you something because that's why I've been wanting to tune into the show for like so long.
Okay.
You know, I had a long distance relationship, you know, for a while.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I remember that very,
Yeah,
very
that's-
well. Same girl?
Same girl, and
All
that
right.
period is over. Like, since the quarantine, I
Wow.
came home, it's all over. And we've been through it, Donovan. We've been through it. And I want to tell you something that I really wanted to tell you. I said to myself, I'll tell Donovan when it's all over. Donovan, the first night before going to university, I was at my girlfriend's place. And when I left, and the next morning I would go off to university,
Yeah.
I was talking to her. She told me, I love you. I'll wait for you here, and we'll work it out. Donovan, I went, I closed the door, I went on that elevator, I cried like a bitch.
Hey, man. Hey, but you
As
didn't.
man as,
but you
as
didn't
man
let her
as I
see you.
think I am.
Listen, you didn't let her see you cry,
I'm
though.
sorry?
But you did not let her see you cry,
No,
right?
not a second.
Right. See, this is
Not
the
a
difference.
second.
And
I
listen, real
bawled
quick,
my
MT2.
fucking eyes out on a bench.
Listen, and here's the thing,
I'm sorry.
MT2. Listen, what you're saying is absolutely correct. And what you just said resonates with everybody. What guys need to understand is that understanding this level of awareness doesn't mean ignoring those feelings, right? Dude, obviously you felt very strongly for her. And when it ended, it sucked, but you never let her see you cry. That's where this awareness comes into play.
Never.
It's not being who you are. It's just understanding that women do not respect weakness. Very good.
Absolutely. No, they don't. And trust me, it's been like a good half an hour of fucking crying, but I got over it. Like,
Yeah, there
that's
you go.
life. Where men, I'm not fucking ashamed to say I cry sometimes,
Oh,
but I
sure.
don't cry often, that's for sure.
Listen, I've cried. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you that I haven't cried over a female now and again. I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say, I mean, for because I know a lot of your audience is over in America, and
Yeah.
like, dude, just be careful out there, because I mean, your women are fucked up in the head,
Bruh.
and like, I want to say something because I heard something over those past days. Like a lot of American men are like, oh yeah, let's go to Eastern Europe. Those women are gonna be better. They're
Right.
submissive." No,
Right.
you're in for a shit show, because those women
There
are
it is.
fucking pretentious.
See this?
You might seem like you have money and status. They will rip through you.
Listen, you heard it here first. MT2 is in Eastern Europe, and there are a lot of guys who say, go to Eastern Europe, the women are submissive and this and that and the other. They're so much better than American girls. And listen, I've actually said this, and I don't have much experience with Eastern European girls. I messed with a few of them in Vegas. I dated one who absolutely just destroyed me. But Roosh V will let you know. He's like, listen, man, Ukrainian girls, Eastern European girls don't care. They will destroy you.
Nope. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I appreciate the call, MT2. And listen, man, I appreciate you checking in and giving me an update on the goings on, man. Listen, stay in touch, man.
Donovan, thank you for having me. I'll get on the Patreon as soon as possible again because I've been all kinds of crazy this past month. But yeah, it's good to be in touch again.
Excellent. MT2, long-time listener. That kid's been calling my show since he's 19 years old, man. And that kid is as wait a minute, I almost said it. That kid is as aware as anyone. Let us go to area code 469. Area code 469, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up, Donovan? It's Dub from Dallas. How you been?
Dub in Dallas. How you doing, brother?
Good. I don't want to sound like I'm a conspiracy theorist or nothing, but just from what you said, it sounded like she was reading from something. She got the information from somewhere else. I'm like, who would honestly be listening to this sack of potatoes up here?
Listen, I agree with you, man. And you could tell in parts of that speech, it was almost like it was like when she was talking, well, you have to be something intellectual and want to learn. No, that didn't come from her. That come from something she read, clearly, and not something she wrote.
Exactly. And I'm like, see, the thing is, more and more women are like, well, in the black community, the majority of women are overweight. So it's like, did they put her up here to give the females the confidence to basically ask for this and feel entitled for that? And it's like, I'm looking like she cannot be serious for anything that she's saying. The age that she is, the weight that she is, even in the face, I see it's no coming back for her. If she was to get in shape, I was like, she would be a 5 at best.
Man, listen, I think she probably passed the point of no return at 27 because it's a lot harder to get into and stay in shape as a 31-year-old than it is a 27-year-old. So, listen, I mean, you might be right. She might be able to max out at a 5 at best. It's better than what she is now, I guess.
So, in closing, I'm just like, especially like what you said at the end when she was like, I can still be friends with my single friends. And it's like, are they purposely trying to break up marriages and basically push this type of female on us? Because it just looked too fake and rehearsed.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not contagious. Yeah, she's like, I'm not contagious. No. You are contagious. And you know, the interesting thing is, man, is that the powers that be, they know that single people are absolutely toxic to marriages. They are. This is just how this works. If a married woman has single friends, they are going to negatively influence her because she is single. They know this. And so they put out this kind of agenda. Listen, I'm not contagious. We can still be friends. No, you can't.
That was purposeful. But yeah, that just really hit home for me because that's one of the things that broke up my marriage. But I'm happy for it. I'm happy that I ran into you, Minister Jap, Kevin. I hollered at Jap earlier. Y'all all woke me up. Keep doing this. Keep doing your work. I'll let you go.
Appreciate that. Dub in Dallas checking in. Talking, of course, about the 7. Myron Gaines, Kevin Samuels, Minister Jap, Solo TV 84, Steve the Dean Williams. Who am I leaving out? I always leave out one. Maybe Donovan Sharpe. The Upward Bound. The Upward Bound one with a couple of super chats totaling $6. He says, TEDx has been taken over by the girl power movement. It used to be a platform for innovation and intelligent discussions. Keep up the great work, Donovan. Yeah. TED Talks now seem to just exist to give women permission to act up. That's it. Give women permission to act up and act a fool, and then whine and cry that we as men don't accept them acting a fool. Lucario, that's it. I always forget one. Let's go to area code 720. Area code 720, you're on live. Oh, okay, 720, call back. Area code 682, you're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's going on, Don? It's RPM.
Hey, Mike, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Not much. Hey, I don't want to talk about this broad because I think everybody's general consensus on her is going to be the same.
Right.
I have a question for you about. Something that I've been wanting to ask you about for a while.
Okay.
Because it's a subject matter I've never heard anyone discuss. Maybe they have, but I've never heard it. And it's something I've always had luck with over the years that almost sounds like a complete contradiction of what we learned as youngsters.
Okay.
And what I'm talking about is, we all learned way early on, if we're smart, when a girl tells you, you're like a brother to me. We know what that means. We know that you're in the friend zone.
That's
if
right.
you want to get your way out of it, you can, but it's going to take some time to invest to get out of that.
That's right.
You're almost better off not even putting in the effort. Now, where I used to get confused with this was a lot of times early on, and I've still heard it till this day, I would never hear that. What I would hear, well, I'm not going to say I would never hear that. Everybody's heard that at some point.
Sure.
I would hear, you remind me of my brother.
Oh.
Not, you're like a brother to me. You remind me of my brother. And what I started figuring out is, unbeknownst to me, this was an IOI in the form of a DTF. And it wasn't because they were sexually attracted to their brother. I looked like their brother, or I even reminded them necessarily their brother. I reminded them usually of a guy that their brother was friends with.
Wow.
Who they wanted to who they wanted to smash or had. So naturally, by seeing me, it reminded them of their brother.
Oh my!
Now, some
God.
of them will say, "Hey, you remind me." Some of them will say, "Hey, you remind me of a guy that my brother used to be friends with," and that's the same thing. Some of them will come out and say that.
Right.
But it took me forever to make that association. Because when I was hearing it early in my late teens, early 20s,
yeah,
I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was the opposite. This even goes as far as, if you're one of the young guys out there that's banging older women, because you're in that phase. Hey, we've all been there.
Of course.
But if you ever run across an older woman that is actually someone you would consider smashing, and she says, you know what, you remind me of my son. You do not remind her of her son. You remind her of one of her son's friends.
Wow.
Who she wanted to smash every time he came over.
Oh my, you know what, dude? This is spot on, dude. Dude, I've never heard this before, but I think you're right, man. I think you're right.
Well, that's why I'm asking you, because I've told this to dudes over the years, and they're like, you're out of your friggin' mind. I'm like, no, I swear to God. But the thing is, I never hear anyone talk about this. So for years, for 2 decades, I've been going, is this just obsolete to me? Because I don't ever believe anything's obsolete to just anybody.
No, because this is, listen.
It falls under the same guidelines, I think, Don, of whenever a girl tells you, hey, you remind me of, or has anyone ever told you you look like, whether this is somebody we think of in high regard, if a girl's telling you look like somebody, unless it's it's Pat character from Saturday Night Live, it's a compliment, and it's an IOI, and it's a DTF.
Of course.
Maybe a dude you don't see in high regard, but that's what she's telling you.
Wow. Dude, you know what, Mike, I think there's something to that. And the reason I say that is because we all know every female in this country who was raised with brothers, they all have brothers with that one friend.
They're naturally nicer normally.
Right, well, right. But every girl has had a crush on one of her brother's friends or multiple friends. That's just how it is. Dude, and again, girls talk about, listen, dude, my sister had a crush on one of my friends. I was 15, 16 years old. One of my best friends, my sister just went to pieces around him. She had a crush on him.
Yeah.
Not only that, you go to the other side of the street. There are women, especially the cougar types, when their sons are 18, 19 years old, they got 18, 19-year-old friends. Moms be wanting to smash their sons' friends. Man, listen, dude, there are adult films based on this quote-unquote fetish. There are adult films based on the other one as well. I think you're 100% right. I think that there is a difference between you're like a brother to me or you remind me of my brother. I think there's something to that, Mike.
No, it's a big difference. The first time I ever made this discovery, I was 18, and I was in a record store back when they existed. And one of the girls that was helping me was about 24. She asked me where I was from. I told her. She goes, you remind me of my cousin. I didn't think anything of that, but the more she talked to me, the more I figured out she's trying to pull me in because I remind her of her cousin.
Right.
It's a little weird, but if it's going to get me some ass, I'm going to go with it.
Hey, yeah, right.
You know?
Right, well, what about me reminds you of your cousin? Let's go out and have a cup of coffee and talk about it.
Right.
Well, Mike,
yeah,
listen,
but
man, check this out.
Once
listen,
you figure that out, you don't even necessarily have to even ask them. You already know what it means.
listen, in the chat,
it's
Mike.
pretty much dead set.
In the chat, Mike, the chat MA says this is some next level game knowledge. And this is the thing, Mike. When people present new ideas or they call the show or they put things in the chat, we generally know whether something applies or not. If it's a theory, we'll say, well, what if a girl says or does this doesn't mean she's DTF? For the most part, we'll all either agree or disagree. There might be some dissenters one way or the other, but we all have the same general consensus because we all have the same level of awareness. This is one of those instances where what you just said makes perfect sense. Everybody knows this is correct because everybody knows somebody. Everybody knows a girl who had a crush on her brother's friends because every girl has had a crush on her brother's friends. Every mom has had a crush on their son's friends. Dude, that is 100%, 100% game gold.
Well, yeah, I just had a conversation with a buddy of mine 2 nights ago. He went out with a girl, and he was telling me how it went, and he goes, I don't think it's going to go too well. And I said, why? He goes, well, she gave me the brother line. I said, what'd she say? And he goes,
what exactly?
She said I reminded her of her brother. I
said, there it was. There it was. Oh, wow.
I go, fuck her. He goes, what do you mean fuck her? I go, that's a DTF. Did she say you're like a brother to me? And he goes, no. I go, you remind me of my brother is a DTF.
Wow.
And he's like, you're crazy. I'm like, no, I have done this for years.
Dude.
And it works.
Listen, Mike, listen. This is a breakthrough. And I'm telling you right now, I'm actually going to write this down. I am going to put this very translation in Womanese Volume 3. Not only, Mike, am I going to put it in Womanese Volume 3, I am going to cite you. I'm going to give you credit on the screen of the course submitted by Red Pill Mike, because that is absolute 100% game gold. Kyle 2020 says, I am never forgetting this. I'll make sure you don't, because it's absolutely going in Womanese Volume 3, man. I'll give you the last word.
Well, my question is, why the hell is no one talking about this?
I don't think
I've been waiting to hear somebody talk about it forever, and no one brings it up, and I'm like,
Mike, here's the thing.
This can't be dead knowledge.
No. Here's why I think most people don't talk about it, because everybody's experienced it. But what we're taught in this community is if the word brother comes up, we automatically think friend zone. But they're not really reading the concept. Listen, like your friend, he said, well, how did it go? Well, she told me that I reminded her of her brother. You're like, dude, that's DTF. He didn't know. Think of how many people didn't have a Red Pill Mike on the other side telling them, like, dude, like, that's not friend zone talk. That's DTF talk. Nobody, dude, very few people have that. So when they go out on a date and they're like, all right, well, she says that I remind her of her brother, or even on a date, oh my God, you remind me so much of my brother. And he's like, all right, well, I guess this is over. Let me just go ahead and shut this down and see what's going on here. May as well not try. And they completely dip out of the set, man. That's why it's not talked about, because guys don't follow through. They hear brother, they automatically think friend zone.
Right.
Unbelievable, man. Well, Mike,
all right. Well,
listen. This is absolutely going in to Womanese Volume 3. Red Pill Mike with a Womanese Volume 3 submission. And by the way, production for Womanese Volume 3, thanks for the call, Mike. Production for Womanese Volume 3, that goes into production in about 2 months. In about 2 months. I'm getting my cameraman. I'm getting ready to hire my camera guy, my pre and post production. I've hired I'm going to hire a makeup artist. I have secured the location. I probably secured a model or two. Just kind of depends upon how things go. But dude, it's going to be, like I said, I'm going to reshoot. I'm going to shoot Womanese Volume 3. I'm going to improve the graphics, everything. Then I'm going to reshoot Womanese Volume 1 and Womanese Volume 2. Younger, hotter actresses. Okay, listen, we all love the lovely and talented Jennifer. We're going to take it to the next level. And Red Pill Mike is going to help us get there. Area code 619. Area code 619. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Donovan? Nate, San Diego.
Oh, Nate, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Pretty good. After listening to some of this stuff, I got to say, man, some of these women grossly overstate their value.
Yes.
And again, I'll put it to you this way. I'm a car guy. I like cars. No one would buy a 1982 Buick Skylark for full price.
Skylark,
especially if it has the B and the U if it has the B and the U missing and it's just an ick. And that's what that woman is.
Right.
She's that 1982 ick Skylark, and she's trying to sell it for full value. She tries to, up herself with a PhD. No guy gives a flying, fajita about her PhD.
There you go. There it
She's
is.
got a mathematics background. I'm sure her PhD is not in anything hard, okay? 2, she looks overweight.
Yes, she
Darn
is.
near obese.
Yes.
But let's be honest. That is a 100% dick softener, okay? That there's no way any reasonable guy is gonna want that, okay?
No.
But she would be the picture you would put up to a guy if his hard-on from Viagra lasted off longer than 4 hours.
Oh,
right?
no.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm going there. The last part I'm going to say, I saw this meme online, and I think it's a nice trick. I've been using it on dating profiles, and it's been making a lot of women laugh. I say, hey, you know what? I'm willing to spend $220 on a date, but here's the catch. I'm going to take the $220 and minus it by your weight. So if you want to be a man, you want to be a fat ass, let's see what you do with $20.
Yo. Okay, so let me get this straight. You tell her, okay, I'm willing to spend $220 on this date. However, here's the catch. Whatever you weigh, I'm going to subtract from that $220, and that's how much we'll spend on the date. So if you come in here weighing $250, I'm getting a $30 steak at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. That's how that works. Next level game. You're on the hook for that.
Yeah. Correct.
Unbelievable.
Correct.
Let's do some math. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Let's do some math, right? So $220 on a date, right? So we want girls to weigh, my maximum for girls, 128 pounds. Oddly specific, yes, okay? But that's how much my girl weighs. If Devin goes 1 ounce over 128 pounds, I'm zipping up little Donovan, right? All 3.5 inches of him not going anywhere near her, right? Now, the reason why I set her threshold a little higher at 128 is because Devin is very muscular. Like Devin is physically the strongest woman. She possesses the most strength, and this is real talk. She possesses the most physical raw strength than any woman I have ever dated, had sex, whatever. Like she's the strongest woman, literally.
Yeah.
And because of that, muscle weighs a lot more than fat, right? You guys have seen pictures. Dude, back when I was on social media, you guys know what Devin looks like. She's not fat. Devin's got a smoking body. She's got a smoking body. She's 128 pounds because she is very muscularly dense. However, let's do some math here. So $220, let's just say that I decide to, hey, listen, I'm going to dump Devin. Go out with this guy out there in San Diego. She's going to cry about it. She's going to try to come back. But all right, listen, he's going to spend $220 on you minus your weight. So she comes in at 128 pounds. Now that's $92. That's $92. Now, for a first date, that's still way too much. So we need to set that a little bit lower. I say we set that at 140 pounds. I am willing to spend $140 on a date with you, but there's one catch. However much you weigh, I am subtracting from 140. So if she weighs as much as she should, and listen, I'm not getting into body composition, but listen, we understand that different girls weigh different, whatever. But guess what? Like that's not your problem. I got $140 that I'm willing to spend. We're subtracting your weight. If she comes in at 120 pounds, guess what? You're spending $20 on a date, which, oh, by the way, is not really that bad. 120 pounds means she's got some looks, right? 115 pounds, that's an extra $5. Now you can get the venti mochaccino latte. If you're 110, now we might be able to get something to eat. I like it. I'll give you the last word.
All right. I mean, I agree with your sentiment. Honestly speaking, that's just usually a line that I use to get in. I have no way I'm spending $100 on a date. That's just not going to happen.
Absolutely not.
But it gets them talking, they see my sense of, and if they want to have a good time with me, they can. If not, they can kick rocks. Anyway, love your show. Love what you're doing.
Listen, real quick.
I'll stay in touch.
Listen, real quick. Listen, stay in touch. Listen, real quick, and give me an update. Lower that from 220 to 140 and see what kind of results you get. I'd be interested to know. What kind of results you get by lowering it from 220 to 140. I'd be interested to know that.
I'll do that.
Awesome. Thank you very much, dude. Good callers today. God, dude, I'm gonna tell you what, dude. Like, again, listen, you guys know me, man. Like, I have run through scores of women in Vegas. I have slept with more 10s than any man I know. The only guys who have probably slept with as many 10s as me, maybe Myron, maybe MLD, maybe Rolo. Pardon me. This is that carbonated Perrier. I'm all fancy now. But I have slept with more solid 10s than any man I know. Period. I have never heard that before. I've never heard that before. And I've never known about what Red Pill Mike just dropped. You remind me of my brother means I'm DTF. And somebody in the chat confirmed. GDC on Sharpe Stream says, I can confirm this. He says, a coworker used to say this to me regularly, and once I left that job, well, there it is, man. So now Red Pill Mike has made it on to Womanese Volume 3. Oh, by the way, I should have actually done this a while back. I was actually thinking about doing this. If you have submissions for Womanese Volume 3, send them to me. TSR@DonovanSharpe.com. If you want to know what a Womanese translation is, you can send one side or both sides, right? So if you happen to know Womanese, hey, for example, Red Pill Mike says, when she says, you remind me of my brother, translation, I am DTF, that's fine. But let's say you wanted to know what you remind me of my brother means and you want to submit that. Hey, Donovan, I'd like for you to translate this on Womanese. Well, what's the question? Well, you remind me of my brother. What does she mean? So if you have a full Womanese translation, or you would like to know something translated in Womanese, make those submissions to TSR@DonovanSharpe.com. Womanese Volume 3. We start production in 2 months. We start production in October. Guys. Oh, yeah. So Devin's in the chat. Yeah, Devin rode 95 pounds. Yeah, Devin, I think Devin deadlifted like 185 pounds or something like that. Like, I've hired this really good personal trainer. And, yeah, Devin is physically strong. Like, she's got some strength. She's got some real strength. So she rode 95 up. That's impressive. That's impressive, man. Yeah, like Devin is into she is focusing on powerlifting now. Powerlifting will, provided you watch your diet, that will optimize body composition in a hurry. I think I've showed you guys have seen my before and after picture, right? Let me see if I can find it. I'll put it up on the screen. And callers, I will get to you, I promise. I just want to make sure. Let me pull this up here. And I think I actually put this up on YouTube. Just give me a second. And when I say YouTube, I did like a YouTube post, right? So at the beginning of the quarantine, and I haven't weighed myself. at all. I have no idea how much I weigh in either one of these pictures. I have no idea. I can pull this up. There it is. I have no idea how much I weigh in either of these pictures. But it is very clear. That I look much better in one picture than the other. Give me 2 seconds. There it is. I'm going to bring it right up on the screen. There we are. Look, that right there. This is post. The picture on your left is February 6th, right before the quarantine. The picture on your right is me today. I actually probably look a little better than that right now because that was a couple of weeks back. I have no idea how much I weigh in either picture. It doesn't matter because I look a lot better. I've still got a ways to go, but you can see I'm definitely making progress. Well, how did you do it, Donovan? Powerlifting. Compound exercises. The deadlift, the squat, the overhead press, the barbell row. NVMe 18 says, Don, are you on Myron's plan? 100%. This is why you guys have to hire Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines is the reason why. Let me give him some credit here. Myron Gaines is he is the reason why I went from the left to the right. I said, Myron, I want to know how to quickly optimize body composition. He put together a plan. I followed the plan, and here we are. That's just all there is to it. I mean, dude, look at my traps. Look at my traps. I'm more symmetrical. You guys can see my chest is starting to chisel out. The midsection, my washboard abs are starting to come back a little bit. I'm clearly not as wide as I used to be. So that is one. Listen, again, that's effort on my part. Myron Gaines is why you got to hire this guy. That's why you got to hire this guy. Of course, now Devin's complaining. My body hurts every single day for the past 2+ months since we hired her. You want to know what hurts more, Devin? Me not wanting to get busy. Straight up. Straight up. All right, let's go back to the phone. Oh, wait, did I hang up on everybody? Hang on. Oh, shit, did I hang up on everybody? Hold on. Where the fuck did the phone lines go? Hang on, guys. Hang on. Oh, there we are. Where the fuck did the phone lines go? Hang on. All right, I know this is bad radio, just... The fuck are the phone lines? Online call. Come on. Where'd the phone lines go? Where did the phone lines go? Hang on, guys. Dude, I might have. Did I hang up on everybody? I've got like a bunch of windows open. I'm usually pretty good. I'm usually pretty good at keeping up with these windows, but that's the live chat. Okay. Oh, there it is. All right, I got it. I found it. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. My bad. My bad. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Let's go to area code 404. Area code 404, you're on live with Donovan, and this is what I do. This is what I do with guys who call me from 404, 770, and 678. I just need to make sure that you're not out there in Bankhead, East, what is it, College Park, East Point. You're not out there, are you?
No, I'm in Tucker.
All right. Just making sure, man. Because if you were in Bankhead, I'd be like, hey, bro, you got to go, man. You got to go. So what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Donovan, this is Terrence from Tucker. I moved from Marietta. Got my own place now, and just moving up on life.
Good, man. Good to hear.
I just wanted to say 3 things. First thing, YouTube is really trying to shut you down because I've been refreshing your page every 5 minutes just to get it going. But once I get everything together, I'm moving over to the Sharpe stream.
You got to, man. You got to.
Number two, the burden of performance, y'all weren't joking. I went from 142 to 150 pounds. I didn't think I was seeing any gains until I went to see my buddy after a couple months. He said, "Yeah, dude." I said, "Yeah, put on some weight." He said, "Yeah, you look bigger. Your arms are looking a little bit bigger." And I was like, I didn't notice, but he pointed it out for me. So I appreciate you guys for drilling that into my head about dropping the video games and picking up the video games.
Excellent, man.
And number 3, on top of the other part of the burden of performance, I was afraid of investing. Remember, I told you I'd go and try to get myself into that.
Yes.
This past 2 days, I turned $30 into $80. So now that I've got my cryptos down, my stocks down, all that kind of stuff, I'm literally building my own future wealth for myself to basically put myself ahead of everyone else. So, dude, I just want to thank you
dude,
for
you have literally,
having these talks. And
listen, dude, you have literally turned around your life, man.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I really appreciate it, man. And even with the free content you put out, these are guys who say like your womanese, is too much or your classes are too expensive. The free content, honestly, if they take it serious, it's enough. Like just sharing your stuff, getting in your shows when they can, and watching your videos. It really is. It has helped me push forward, and I very much appreciate it, man.
Good, man. Good. Very good. Well, I appreciate you giving me the call, and listen, I want you to stay in touch. I want you to stay in touch, man, because I like when guys like yourself call in and give progress reports. What was your first name? You're from Tucker?
Yeah, my first name is Terrence from
Terrence.
Tucker.
Okay, I will not forget that.
Inspired me to, my last thing that you inspired me with, it has nothing to kind of, well, it kind of does, but it doesn't.
Okay.
I'm going to do my own YouTube thing. I won't say anything here because I know that's disrespectful, but I'm going to start my own YouTube channel.
Okay.
Because you, Joker, Myron Games, all you guys have really just inspired. I have all the equipment at home, and it's just sitting in my closet. And
good for you, man.
I need to put that to work.
There you go,
So,
man.
thank you, man. Thank you, Sharpe Stream, all you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night. I'm going to keep watching from YouTube.
Terrence in Tucker. So the dude has completely turned around his life. Right? He gained, 12, 15 pounds of solid muscle. He's now doing the crypto. I mean, he went from playing video games to fucking lifting weights. Good job. See, I love hearing stories like that, man. I love hearing stories like that. That's the kind of stuff that, I don't know, man. It gives me kind of an adrenaline rush because it's like real. It's for real. Like, you guys can see that this doesn't just work in theory. What we talk about is the truth. It works. It's not easy, but it works. Devin in the chat, and I'm going to get to you in just a second, 773-917-574-720 and 587. Devin says, yes, BCAAs, post-recovery shake, magnesium, cryo, and compression all helps. There's one thing that I have preached consistently since I even started this channel, blog, etc. Okay? You can never invest too much on yourself, ever. You can never, dude, the best investment that you can make is in yourself. All right? I spent $15,000 on the gym downstairs. It started out as a $6,000 investment, but I kept improving upon it. You guys haven't seen the latest version yet, but I put another workstation in there. I put another bench for bench presses. Got another 350 pounds of weights. So I now have 4 barbells. I have a squat rack. I have a bench press stand. I have a Smith machine. I've got a cable machine. I have 2 spin bikes and a sit-up bench. That stuff is not cheap. That stuff is not cheap. It is $15,000 worth of equipment. And oh, by the way, here's something else. I spend $425 per month on HGH. Testosterone, it's like $60 a month, so it doesn't really count. Well, I don't know. Testosterone and HGH cost me $500 per month. Okay? That's how much I pay for that. There is a place that Devin and I are now members of. You can do cryotherapy. We can do cryotherapy. We do compression. There's like the red light treatment. There's like a massage. Dude, it's the next level recovery stuff that today's elite athletes do. Floyd Mayweather does the cryotherapy. Terrell Owens they've got the hyperbaric chamber. $500 a month. And Devin and I, we have access to these things. There's also IV therapy. We can get the glutathione, which is by far and away the greatest antioxidant compound there ever was. Google it, YouTube it. Those cost us money. That's like $150 a pop. Some IV therapies can cost up to $200. Devin and I go every week. So at minimum, I'm at $500 a month for this therapy place, right? I spend myself $500 per month on testosterone and HGH. Obviously, I'm getting results. I pay Devin's personal trainer $1,200 a month to come out here and train her every day. That's $2,200 per month that we spend on our bodies. We will reap the benefits of that. Guys, obviously, I've had some success, right? I invest in 2 things. I don't go out and buy a bunch of toys and cars. No. I invest in the show, I invest in the product, and I invest in myself. You can never, ever go wrong investing in yourself. Get that gym membership. Right? Get that weight bench. Save up. But listen, save $30 a week and do cryotherapy once a week. You can never invest too much money in yourself. Don't be an idiot, but yourself is the best investment you can make, and we are reaping the benefits of that. We really are. Let us go to area code 773. Area code 773. You're on live at Donovan. What is your name? Where are you calling from? Okay, area code 773 has dropped off. Let us go to area code 917. Area code 917.
Hey, what's
up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Donovan? It's actually Zen Yi. I'm actually one of your YouTube members.
Oh, what's
First
up, man?
off, I actually do want to say thank you because you guys, Kevin Samuels, Lacar, the 7, Joker, all you guys have inspired me a lot. I actually started doing Myron's weight composition plan, started working on that.
Good.
And mind you, I'm 25, by the way. You was
90 seconds.
The werewolf of the awareness, since you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
You actually inspired me. You actually inspired me to do my own YouTube channel.
Good.
Because where I live in Florida. I'm from New York, by the way. Let me tell you something. These chicks down here in Florida don't care. They don't care, and they have delusion. Their delusions are ridiculous. There's a chick that's right now that's 5'4", weighs 218 pounds, but she wants an athlete to come and swoop her up.
60 seconds.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up. Let me back up. You said 5'4". How much does she weigh?
218 pounds.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Okay. But she wants an athlete. These chicks be over 30. Listen, these chicks be over 30, out of shape, and talking about they be making unrealistic requirements. I had a former friend that she told me her exact words to me were, "I can be a better man than most of these men out here."
Oh my
and my
God.
response was, "That's why we're." And my response to her was, "That's why you're single."
Yes, that's it.
She
That's
said,
why
yes,
you're single.
I have a. Yeah, that's why you're single.
Oh my God.
Listen, guys, if you know, because we all been in that phase where you want to sleep with all the women. Listen, a chick, this is what my uncle told me. A chick got to pay like she weigh. And if she can't pay like she weigh, keep it moving. Like Donovan said, your time is the best. You are the best investment. I'm investing in myself right now.
Damn right.
And yes, YouTube does mess with you. YouTube does mess with your subscribers because it's messing with mine. I'm not giving my YouTube channel now because it's disrespectful. But
that's fine.
I'm a small channel. I'm a small channel, and they've been messing with my subscribers because I'm trying to be the video game dude inspiration to where you can change. You don't have to be on video games forever. I'm doing this right now just to get more subscribers because I even have my own Patreon page. Thanks to you, by the way.
Oh, no problem.
And let me tell you, yeah, for real talk. Thanks to listen, you were the one who inspired me to do a lot of this. Good. I can't pay homage without paying you guys respect, especially the 7. Some of my videos, I've mentioned you guys by name.
Well,
I'm going to just say this right now. Guys, it can be done.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. It can be done. I was actually watching your video on intermittent fasting. I started doing that. Stomach went down already. I'm not a fat dude.
See that?
But it started shrinking down already. That magnesium citrate, Jesus Christ,
yeah,
it's
magnesium
no joke.
citrate, yes sir. Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
dude, magnesium
it's
citrate,
no joke.
dude, it'll shred you out, man. Now your diet has to be tight, but dude, intermittent fasting plus magnesium citrate. My brother actually does that, and dude, it's his secret. It's his fountain of youth, man, for real.
Listen, man, listen. Like I said, guys, listen. Focus on yourself. You have the best investment. Okay, you are because nobody's going to be there when you die.
That's
nobody's
right.
going to be there when you're down. Invest in your best. Invest in yourself because once you reap the benefits of your own rewards, you're going to look back and be like, you know what? Thank God I became more aware. Yes, don't. And I'm just letting you guys know right now. Purchase Woman Needs Volume 2. Please do. And trust me, I wasn't able to purchase it now. I plan on purchasing it when it comes out in the future.
Hey,
I promise you
Volume 3. Listen, Volume 3 is dropping on Black Friday. And again, Production starts in 2 months, guys. So if you have a translation that you have figured out, or if you want something translated, send them to tsr@donovansharpe.com.
Yeah.
I'll give you the last word.
That's actually another thing. Yeah, that's like another thing. RPM was right, because I have some of my mom's friends. Me and my younger brother, we're both adults. I'm 25, he's 21. Some of my mom's friends started coming on to us the moment we started becoming of age.
Wow, are you serious? Dude, there it is. See that?
Yes, and they'll find reasons to come over. They don't even have to come over to see her. They'll find reasons to come over just to know that we're over there.
Oh my God, dude. It is listen, I'm telling you, Red Pill Mike dropped some truth in there, man. And again, and thanks for the call. And again, anytime somebody offers something new in this community, we generally know, okay, this is probably accurate, it's probably not. I had never heard that until Red Pill Mike called in and said that. Guess what? 100% true. It's been co-signed way too many. It's been co-signed by everybody. I want you guys to take a look at your screen. And 574, 587, and 773, I'm going to come to you guys in a second. I want you guys to look at your screen. Now, what's on your screen, this is my introduction. Do you see the progress in the studio? You guys see? You see the pictures. You see the progress in the studio. You see some of the earlier, see the steady improvements? That's the difference, guys. That is the difference. This is why you guys know I don't just take this money and blow it on working girls. I don't just travel around to different countries and spend it on girls like something. Now listen, if some content creators want to do that, it is their money. They can do what they want. That's fine. Like, I'm not going to besmirch them for that. But that's not what I do. I invest in you guys. I invest in the product. Dude, Womanies Volume 2 absolutely obliterated my initial projections within 6 hours. I had a certain number in mind. We obliterated that in 6 hours. The rest is history. So I said, you know what? You know what? I'm going to reinvest in the Womanies series. I'm going to shoot Womanies with better cameras, better cameraman, better lighting. We're going to shoot it on location. We're going to get younger, hotter, tighter models. I'm going to hire a makeup girl. We're going to make this a professional, top-tier production. And I'm going to go back and reshoot Womanies Volume 1 and 2. Absolutely. And a lot of people like to say, well, Donovan likes to brag and this and that and the other. No, that's not what this is at all. I constantly let you guys know, man, there is no difference between me and you. The only difference between me and you is that more people know who I am than you do. And I don't even know that that's true. The difference is that I made a choice. And I want men to see that as long as you keep your foot on the gas, you can be making constant progress. You guys saw the pictures. I started out with the freaking wall behind me. I'm using Devin's little Mac, her little iMac. That's the first thing I started shooting on live. I made a little bit of money, so then I bought a Mac Mini. Started doing shows on that. Upgraded the studio just a little bit, right? Started making a little more money. Released a couple of courses. Upgraded the studio. Moved into a better apartment. Upgraded. Had the nice big screens. Everything was cool. Made a little bit more money. Launched another course. Moved into this townhouse. Brand new studio. I launched Womanies Volume 1, Womanies 101. Made a little more money on that. Upgraded the studio even more. That's how this works, guys. I invest. You have to invest, reinvest, and then invest again. The reason I do this, the reason I tell you guys how awesome my life is because you guys can do it too. My life gets better and better. It gets better and better because I reinvest in myself. Dude, I look better. I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. Had high blood pressure for a little while, and that was probably because I hadn't donated blood in almost a year and a half, and you're supposed to on TRT. And I was in the middle of launching a course, so that may or may not have had anything to do with it, right? But I'm in the best, dude, I look and feel better than I've ever felt. Going back to the Macs, had Devin's iMac. Moved up to the Mac Mini. From there, I moved to the iMac Pro. From there, I moved to the Mac Pro. Womanies Volume 2 did so good, I am going to buy a second Mac Pro for the second studio. I have locked down and secured a second off-site studio where I am going to do live, in-person, face-to-face, one-on-one interviews with other content creators. Right now, I'm in talks with Terrence Pop. Roosh V is going to be making an appearance. Steve the Dean Williams, Myron Gaines. Guys, I've got them all lined up. I'm going to start doing those episodes probably in about a month and a half. Guys, big things are coming. You invest, you reinvest, and you invest again. That's how this works. And after the release of Womanese Volume 3, dude, I don't know. Listen, I'm already thinking about what I'm going to invest the money that I make from Womanese Volume 3. I'm already thinking about that. Maybe move into a bigger studio, right? I don't know. But I'm excited. I'm excited about what's to come. But again, invest, reinvest, and invest again. That's the name of the game. That's the key. Let's go to area code 574. Area code 574. You're on Live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, Donovan? This is Brian out of Indiana.
Hey, Brian. What's up, brother?
Not much. Listen, I just want to say real quick, back to that video. Number 2, she said, no pity party. She's looking for pity because women are the biggest attention whores.
Hell yeah.
She just wants somebody to feel sorry for her. Otherwise, she wouldn't be in front of a whole bunch of people telling her story like, bitch, somebody wants to hear that. Who cares?
Right. Don't throw me a pity party, yet here you are begging for pity.
Right. Number 2, what Red Pill Mike said, I got those a lot coming up all through my 20s and to today, and I never paid attention to it until he broke it down.
Man.
And I used to get, and actually I still do to this day, I used to get the whole, you look familiar. I'm like, oh, yeah, I do. Tell me where you think you know me from. Like, come on, seriously? That's from women mainly.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, you want my number, just say that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh,
right.
Wait, so apparently, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, well, that's all I wanted to say, hey, they say, oh, you look familiar. I'll say, well, that's good. Give me your number there. We could go from there.
I like it.
Really, I just want to say, man, thank you so much for everything you do. And, hey, the content, dope. The way you break stuff down, super dope, because I've always wanted to break it down the way you do. Awesome. Thank you. That's all I need to say, man. I know it was kind of quick.
Hey, no problem, man. Thank you very much for the call, Brian in Indiana. I appreciate the call very, very much. I love hearing stories like this. I love hearing that guys are actually making progress. And I'm looking at this new iMac Pro on Apple.com, and this thing looks real nice. I'm trying to think about what utilities it has. Okay. All right, Dev, we got to talk. Because that new iMac Pro, I think I could probably use that. Let's go to area code 587. Area code 587. You're on Live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Area code 587. Hello? Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, how's it going, man?
Doing good.
Yeah, I'm from Canada. I just have a question, man. Like, I've been struggling in the dating game.
Okay.
And part of it mostly is because I kind of like a bit shy around women.
Okay.
And part of it's partly due because of my stutter.
Okay.
And I was just wondering, like, as I become a better man, like, should I put women on hold so I can focus on my speech, to focus on what I want to do as a career?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, listen. Listen.
Yeah.
That's a very good question, and the answer is yes. Let me ask you this. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, yes.
Black
okay.
from Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're 24 years old. You have a speech impediment in the form of a stutter. The answer to your question is hell yes. Put women on the back burner. And here's the thing. Women aren't going anywhere. Number one. Dude, there are girls turning 18 years old every hour of every minute of every day, right? You're not going to worry about girls not being around. Plus, you're at the age 24 where girls will not, unless you really are good looking or you have airtight game, you're not really going to have that kind of success with the kind of girls that you want until you're older, right? Yeah. So at 24 years old, what you should do is work on your career, work on your body, get some speech therapy, and lose that stutter. By the time you're in your, I would say maybe early to mid 30s, that's when you might start to put the pedal to the metal as far as girls are concerned. So yes, I 100% agree. Put women, don't stop studying game. Continue to read these kinds of articles, continue to watch this kind of content, but don't go out of the field yet until you get the speech impediment taken care of. But yes, that's the answer to the question.
Okay, and just lastly, because I feel like want to develop like some sort of a comfort around women.
Okay.
Do you think maybe I should do it like bit by bit, just like put just to like see what works and what does it? Because like I don't want to be like in my 30s to like zero experience with women.
That makes sense.
It might be that much harder for me to actually get comfortable if I start too late. You know what I mean?
Right. Listen. That makes perfect sense. Here's what I would do. I wouldn't put women on the back burner for 8, 9, 10 years because because again, even though your value will be higher when you're 35, 36, 37, you still want to hit the ground running. You still want to have experienced girls. So here's what you should do. Yeah. I would suggest that you spend, I would say, the next 18 to 24 months really, really working on your speech impediment and stuttering. I'm not an expert, but a good friend of mine had a really, really bad stuttering problem. I was 21 and he was 20. He had a really bad stuttering problem. He got into therapy, and in a year, it was like a year and a half, and he was speaking perfectly, right? And dude, he worked on it. He worked on it day and night. So put girls on the back burner, but to get your speech impediment taken care of, but don't put them on there for that long. As soon as you get your speech impediment taken care of, go out there and talk to girls, man. Absolutely.
Right. Okay, man. Yeah, that's all I wanted to know, man. And thank you so much for your work, bro.
Absolutely, man. Thanks for calling. Thank you very much for calling. Good call there. Yes, some guy says, true, Don buys himself some nice equipment. Yes. And I'm going to get to 773 here in just a second. I buy the best of everything, and I mean the best. I think the only thing in here that isn't 100% top tier, top of the line, probably the cameras. I have the Canon Vixia HXG 21s, $900 a piece. $900 a piece. This is camera 1. This is camera 1. This is camera 2. That's camera 3. 900, 900, 900. Super crystal clear, high definition. I've been looking for cameras that are of higher quality. Not that I don't, dude, I love these cameras. These cameras are absolutely the bee's knees, I guess, right? These are really, really good cameras, but I'm always looking for better equipment. I'm always looking for better equipment. I have the best soundboard. I've got the Rodecaster Pro. It's the best on the market. The camera sliders I have, top of the line. The computer that I have, the Mac Pro. This is just to give you an idea, and I'm not bragging here. I just want you guys to understand how seriously I take this, okay? Because I don't use the Mac Pro I don't use the computer in my studio for anything but work. I've got a laptop for that. If I want to fool around on the internet, do some Amazon shopping, I got my laptop, I got my iPad. No. The Mac Pro, strictly business. This is how unbelievably awesome this computer is. There are only 100,000 available to the public. Only 15 Apple stores worldwide have a model on display. Pixar, yes, that company Pixar only uses that computer to make movies. That is how powerful, that is how hefty the Mac Pro is. This thing is an absolute monster. It is a unicorn of a machine. I will have it until I kick the bucket. And I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to buy another one for the studio. And again, originally I was going to invest maybe $6,000 or $7,000 into the new studio. We did so well on Womanese Volume 2. I have pushed that budget. I'm going to invest anywhere between $30,000 and $35,000 into Studio B. Could I get away with investing $10,000? Sure, of course. Yeah. I mean, dude, I could get some decent cameras, right? I could get some okay mics. I could get some all right headphones. But that's not what you guys deserve, okay? You guys don't pay your hard-earned money every month to have fucking average. You guys don't pay your hard-earned money. You guys didn't pay $697 for Womanese Volume 2 for me to have some rink-a-dink headphones. No. Only the best. Only the best. That's how this works, gentlemen. That's how this works. This is why the podcast is doing well, because I don't spare any expense when it comes to quality. And hopefully, you guys can see that. Uh-oh. The Chad MA says the new Canon R5. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get to you in just a second, 973. R5. Oh, wow. Look at this. Holy moly. Ooh, let's see how much this is going to be. Oh, my God, it's mirrorless. Oh, no. Oh, and it's already out at B&H. Oh, my God, how much is this camera? Oh, my God, I don't even want to look. I don't want to look. Oh, I don't want to look. How much is the camera? How much is the freaking camera? Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, how much is, there's no price. There's no price. Does anybody know how much the new Canon R5 is? Anybody? Damn. See, now I'm curious because I am always looking for better equipment, man. At the end of the day, guys, I want whatever happens with this thing that I'm doing, this little hobby that's turned into a full-time job. Whatever you say about Donovan Sharpe or TSR Live, whatever you want to say about it, there are two things that I want people to, whether they like me or not. I hate Donovan. Absolutely hate him. But you want to know something? He was exactly who he presented himself to be. He is the same guy on camera as he is off camera. That's the first thing. The second thing is, Donovan spared no expense. Donovan spared no expense when it came to his equipment. So it looks like that new Canon is $5,000. Ooh. Man, that stings, but I'm going to tell you what, man. Whew. Wow, $5,000. I'm going to have to, oh, God. I really want to see what that camera can do in terms of, like, the high definition stuff. Like, if that shoots an 8K, I might have to get one. I don't know about getting 4 or 5. I'm getting 5 of these for Studio B. I'm not getting 5 of the Canons. Jesus. Madcow says, I hate how much Donovan makes me want to improve myself. All right, last call of the day. Area code 773. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
What's up? What's up? This is Big Mike from Chicago. What's going on?
Mike, what's going on, brother? Doing good, man.
Look, man, you, Jack, all y'all inspired me. To this for a while, for a year, I started eating right. Now, I still started when I first bumped into y'all, I was wearing 445.
Okay.
I'm down to like about 315.
Okay.
I mean, and a few months ago, I incorporated the intermediate fasting. It is done well. Man, I'm losing these man boobs.
There you go.
I'm seeing a little definition on the side of it. I'm losing. But at the same time, I'm listening to y'all content. Jonathan, you, Jack, all y'all got game, man. So last time you said on your content, I just reflect back and just how you said it happened. I see in the streets, man. Especially when women didn't want you back then. You was coming up, but now when they hit the wall, they want to holler back at you, man. Now this situation was going on with my family. I have an uncle right now, and he's simping.
Oh, your Uncle simping,
He
fam.
got his wife. I'm real sipping hard.
Oh no, man.
His wife. I don't know. He's still married to this day. Guess how many times he got intimate with his wife?
Oh no. How many?
Just guess.
2?
Over twice. Yeah, exactly.
He only had sex with her twice?
Twice.
Ay, ay, ay.
Twice. Her excuse is, I just got a headache. I got this.
There it is. There it is.
He went off.
I said, there it is. Listen, that was in Womanese 101. Can we not be intimate tonight? I have a headache. I say, take an Advil, you'll be all right. If he had done that, he'd have skirted the problem.
Yeah, but now it probably got big, by him. He kind of blames himself, well, kind of so what, because he worked at Amtrak. So Amtrak, he's not with her, but that's how she's got away all these years and not giving them none.
Jesus Christ, man. Unbelievable, dude.
Now, this happened. By him not giving none, he's forced to get with another woman. And he got concerned by her, by this woman.
Really?
Now, yeah. Now, this recipient really came out. My cousin, his daughters, they noticed he leaves the house every day. He just got retired from the Amtrak. And
okay.
He picked up a little job. But they just noticed he was going off somewhere and he didn't need to. So one of my cousins followed him into a woman's house.
Why?
And found out he's been cheating.
Oh, no.
I don't know why. I don't know personally.
No.
Now, when they got back to her, it's kind of like, just like she did, she kind of shifted the blame, made it all his fault, but you ain't giving my uncle no ass. None. I'm sorry, can I talk like that?
Nah, I try to stay away from that stuff, but I'll let it slide. I'll give you the last word, man. Go ahead.
Okay, he didn't give my uncle none. So basically, it's kind of like she's punishing him now. Now he's trying to kiss up and get back with her.
Right.
But if you see my auntie, she hit the wall. Ain't nobody want her. Nobody wants her. Nobody.
She hit the wall.
Nobody.
Oh,
I'm talking about hit the wall like a crash dummy. It was one time, we was at a dinner table, and she's a school teacher, a retired school teacher, and she has a thing where she try to get on my nerve. So I said this one, how does it feel like you hit the wall? Ain't nobody wants you. You better stick to my uncle. He don't.
Where did he go? Hey, I still see you on the line there, buddy. 773, I still see you on the line. Unmute yourself. I still see him in the queue.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
That's why.
Goodbye.
Damn. All right. Well. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess Blog Talk decided that it was time for him to go. I'm going to bring up and holy moly, it's 8:15 on the East Coast. Man, it is 8:15 on the East Coast. It is late. I don't think I've ever been, dude, I haven't been on the air this late since TSR primetime. But I'm going to do one more thing here. I took a screen grab of YouTube versus Sharpe stream side by side. Look at your screen, guys. That is YouTube on the right. I'm sorry, YouTube on the left, Sharpe stream on the right. You see that? Do you see the clear difference? Like, I'm looking at Sharpe stream. Hang on. Dude, I'm looking at Sharpe stream on, I mean, it's just incredible. It is incredible how crystal clear this is. It's just incredible. Excellent, excellent show tonight, guys. You guys have given me all kinds of food for thought. I am going to look into that new iMac Pro because that thing looks absolutely gangster. That thing looks awesome. I'm going to look into buying one of those Canon R5s. And I'm told that the camera matters, but Kevin Samuel says it's really the lens that makes the difference. So I think I'm going to, I think I need to talk to a camera expert. I think I want to talk to a camera expert. You know, I used to be afraid of the super crystal clear high definition because I used to have really, really bad acne, but now I don't. You guys can see. I did a video. It's up on my blog. I use this soap called Hebe Cleanse, and my acne completely cleared up. Testosterone replacement therapy and all. I don't get any more flare-ups. My skin is clear. You guys can see. My skin's clear, man. It's incredible. Love that stuff. Love that stuff. Okay. Oh, yeah, Devin is asking for birthday present ideas for your boy. Yes, I will be turning 43 years old a week from yesterday. So in 6 days, I will be turning 43 years old, and I look a lot better than I ever was at 33. Fantastic show, guys. Fantastic show. Very, very good. Excellent callers. Excellent subject matter. I didn't plan, dude, I planned on being on the air for about an hour and a half. We are now going on 2 hours and 46 minutes. I love what I do, man. Like, dude, I could do this all day. I could do this all freaking day, man. I really could. I really could. Ay. Hopefully, YouTube will give me, if YouTube gives me the green dollar sign, I will leave this up on YouTube. I have no problem with that. No problem with YouTube. Yeah, Dev is she's looking for a birthday present for your boy. So I gave her a nice bonus for Womanese Volume 2 because she was instrumental in that success. So congratulations to her. That is going to do it for this, the 655th edition of TSR Live. You can watch the video version and audio version on YouTube. I'm sorry, the audio version is going to be on Patreon. So you can listen on the go. Listen at your leisure on any device. And you will be good to go. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're having crab cakes for dinner tonight. Very good. Great show, guys. Great show. Love doing shows like this. Listen, I wish I could be on YouTube every day. I really, really do. But YouTube has made it clear that that's not something that's going to work out for me. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.